So you think you can tell heaven from hell? I don't know. Can you tell the difference between heaven and hell? That is such a weird question. I can't tell. All seems the same. I lost my ability to tell a long time ago. I don't remember how much of this joke I did on that one. I like that. I do like that song. That was a good night. I like that night when I sang that song. It's a good memory. It's a memory, right? You gotta have memories. I need those fucking Pegasus memories to keep me going, you know? I need warm fuzzies. I need warm fuzzies, man. I need a warm fuzzy to warm me up. So it's 3 o'clock Saturday morning. It's 3:03 on a Saturday morning, 21st, 22nd, somewhere in there. What does the moon look like? Do I see the moon? Where's the moon? Did the moon disappear on me? Did it go? Is it a full sea moon? I'm not here moon? No moon? Is it a cloud? Am I going to see the moon later? Or did the moon abandon me? You didn't walk yesterday. You didn't go to the gym either. You just did nothing. You gooned. I gooned pretty hard. I'm a gooner. I like to goon. I'm a goon. Goon means two things. It means to edge, which is to stay near orgasm without orgasming. And it also means like a thug. A goon is a thug. I'm a goon. I'm a thug. I'm a goon. I'm a thug. Which sucks, you know, because I don't want to be a goon. But I'm a goon. I'm a goon. I'm a thug. Muscle. I'm muscle. I'm a goon. I'm a thug. I edge. Yeah. 2 sweaters, t-shirt, yellow, safety shirt. A little cold. Gloves, boots, double socks. Haven't washed them yet. And jeans. A little cold, a little nippy. Gonna go Burger King to Black to West Side to 7 Points to UNA up Florence Boulevard, I guess. Hoodie up. The hoodie makes you menacing, I think, because people think I'm Trayvon. But I got the yellow thing on. Trayvon did not have a yellow. If you are a black person, wear yellow or orange. It says, hey, I'm not a, you know, it says I'm not a thug. If you wear yellow or orange, people don't think you're a thug. Or a goon. Thug or a goon. 3 o'clock Saturday. God. You know, on the one hand, I'm sad. You know, who'd have expected my life to be this? But then on the other hand, you know, it's, you know, you choose your life. This is the only life I was going to have, right? So I wasn't going to be like you. I couldn't be like you. Well, you know, I'm jealous of you. I want to be like everybody else, but I can't be, actually. It's impossible. It's actually impossible. I could not be you if I wanted to be you. My mind is fried. My soul is dirty. You're queen people and I'm dirty. I'm a dirty little slut. I'm a dirty little slutty goon with muscle. And isn't there, in The Sopranos, they had there's the Scarface is a movie from the 1920s or 30s. And he's a mafia guy in the 30s one. And normally those, you know, there's the movie Black Mass. In that movie, didn't the mother run the senator and whoever the Black Mass guy is? So when a society is run by women, it creates criminals. There's an underlying concept there. Strong women create criminal males. And then, I don't know, is that true or not true? I don't really know. I really don't know the answer. I like to ask questions. I'm not here to answer things. He had like a weak face, the guy from Scarface from the 20s or 30s. he didn't look as cool as, you know, Tony Montana is a fucking cool guy, right? He's got a scar on his face and he's a badass, I guess. And in the movie, you know, I was watching a video on YouTube about Scarface, and the question on the YouTube video was in the movie Scarface, they hang a guy by a helicopter. Was he a rat? And he was a rat, because remember, the guy he's working for is friends with the sheriff, right? They go to the nightclub and they meet the sheriff, and then they hang his second lieutenant, they hang him, right? They send him down to South America to do a drug deal, and they hang his lieutenant out of a helicopter. So that was what the YouTube video told me. So, and Scarface, he would eat the lemon out of the water. He was uncultured. So the story is that the guy from Colombia, the drug seller, he killed him because he saw in Scarface, you know, he saw uncultured. He eats lemons, you know, he's crass, he's vulgar, he's from the bottom, he's not high class, you know. I've been meditating on this. I might have done this joke already, but I don't remember. You have intelligent people. You have like people like Donald Trump is a 10 out of 10. He's a very intelligent man. Does Donald Trump want to be surrounded by 9s and 8s, or does Donald Trump want 3s? And, you know, maybe he doesn't want 8s and 9s. Maybe he wants 3s around him. Because 3s, he can control 3s. He can't control 8s and 9s. He's a 10, but it's harder to control a 9 than to control a 3 or a 2. So, yeah, it's not good. I'm not, as a 3, I'm very happy. I'm a 2, actually. Donald Trump loves me. I'm a 2. I'm a 1. He really likes me. I'm a 1. You know, you can really get the 1s to do whatever you want. You say whatever you want, and they're so guttural and uncultured. I eat lemons out of the water. I eat the lemons out of the water. You know, you ever eaten a lemon out of the water? I've done that before. I've eaten some oranges out of a salad. Whatever. Why are you making fun of Trump? You always make fun of Trump. Why can't I make fun of other people? Make fun of the Democrats now. How do you make fun of them? They're just losers. I mean, God, they're such fuck. Well, they were bad at PR, I guess. They were just not good at selling themselves, and you know, I don't even know what their story. I guess, you know, people say the mainstream media was for the left, but you know, if you had the media, wouldn't you have won? So I guess they don't have the media. The media is actually rightist. It's all on the right. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have a clue. I'm not a media expert. I don't have a fucking clue what's going on. I'm just scared. I'm always scared. Why can't I ever feel safe? Man, I do anything to be... You normal people, you feel safe, and... You know, I'm never safe, right? I mean... I'm going to stay at the same level of anxiety no matter what happens. If Skynet was in the air right now shooting at me with lasers, I'd feel the same as if I'm walking around. This isn't that bad. This is a very calm atmosphere, right? I'm the crazy one, right? I'm crazy. Yeah, I hum that song all the time. I spent like 10, 20 minutes reading about that song, Wish You Were Here. Because, you know, I wanted to know a little bit more about it. And I was listening to some covers of it. Billy Corrigan did a cover of it. And Limp Bizkit did a cover of it. He changed the lyrics. I don't know what was going on there. He must not have had permission to do the song, so he was changing the lyrics. Or it might have been after 9/11 or something. I don't know. Fred Durst. He's got a good song. He's got one with Stained. You know, I'm on the Outside. That's a good song. He's not terrible. He's got Behind Blue. Okay, I can't see. I need to look at the ground here. I can't tell where the. Okay, I'm in the middle of the street. There's no moonlight. I can't tell where I'm at. So I'm a little worried. I don't want to fall into a gully, break a leg. You know, breaking a leg would be very uncool. I am against break. Here's some lights up here. I'm gonna be safer up here. Gotta make sure I don't fall. There is a big, whatever that's called, the water thing. You know, when it's an open water sewer. I could break a leg falling in there. So I gotta be careful. I gotta look out for number one, you know. Number uno. Okay, so what were you talking about? Wish You Were Here. It's about, it's from Pink Floyd. You did a whole night where you sang that song, but you were thinking about it differently than that. You were thinking of it in the sentimental sense of the sentimental, Wish You Were Here as a person. But then there's Wish You Were Here. I don't know, what other things do you wish were here? It's a nostalgia song. It's a song about loss. It's a song about... And the part that really hit you when you were thinking about it recently, like an hour or two ago, was, can you tell the difference between heaven and hell? And that was in your head, that was something you could, if I was an entertainer and I was actually good at this, you know, I was by myself and I could almost cry to that thought. Can you tell the difference between heaven and hell? I can't sometimes. I'm lost. You know, I'm a fucked up, crazy person. You know, I can't tell the difference between blue skies and pain. I can't tell the difference between a green field and a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil. You think you can tell? And you know, when I was by myself, I could do this thing where I could like half cry thinking about that. I don't feel like crying right now, but you know, it's a very sad song. It's a, you know, I wrote the lyrics down to it. I can say it's a. Now the cold rail it's a railroad. I'm guessing it's the difference between a grass field and a railroad. So, you know, can you tell the difference between, it's an urban, because the railroad symbolizes modernity, right? Can you tell the difference between a green field with like like long grass maybe and flowers, and then you have a field with a railroad track, and you know the railroad is very terrifying. You know, it has that black smoke and it's choo choo. You know, when people back in the 18 whenever they invented the railroad, I don't know when they did. They had them during the Civil War, so 1840, 1830, I don't know when they invented them. They were probably pretty scary. 1820, I don't know when they invented them. They had them in the Civil War. They completed the Transcontinental Railroad in a year. I don't know what year it was. Probably around the Civil War, maybe around Grant. If I was guessing, I'd say Grant. I don't know. And Grant was after the Civil War. 49ers, they used to sail around South America to get to California, and that was in 49. That was 10 years before the Civil War, right? So, you know, I don't know. Choo-choo trains did not exist. They had the Oregon Trail, which was a video game. You could go to Oregon or California. It might have been called the California Trail. I don't know what percentage of the people. Did the Oregon Trail people go to California in 49 to get gold, or was it all from ships? Probably a lot of ships. I don't know. It doesn't matter, but so I don't know. When did they finish the Transcontinental Railroad? That's an important question. I should know the answer to that, and I don't know. 60s, 70s, 80s, maybe. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Probably not. Do you think you can tell the difference between a country with a transcontinental railroad and a country without a transcontinental railroad? I don't know. Probably. I've done this joke before, probably, but I played a game called Civilization 3. And when you get railroads in Civilization 3, it changes the game. There is no bigger game change in Civilization 3 than the railroad. The railroad changes everything. So Pink Floyd is actually talking about the game. So Civilization 3 came out in probably around year 2000-ish. I don't think Pink Floyd was singing about the railroad from Civilization 3 when they talked about the steel rail. But, you know, the steel rail mattered before Civilization 3. When did Civilization 1 come out? Like the late 80s, the early 90s? Civ 2? I bought Civ 2 at a garage sale. I don't remember how railroads work in Civilization 2. They might work the same. I don't know. It was a long time ago. I was in high school. I bought Civilization 2 at a garage sale. It's kind of a fun game. I like Civ 3 better. It had better graphics. Civ 2, I remember playing some World War II mods on it. I guess that was kind of cool. Oh well. Do you think you can tell the difference between heaven and hell? Do you think you can tell the difference between a green field and a cold steel rail? Can you tell the difference between a smile from a veil? Huh. Imagine you were like a comedian and you had to like cry every night at the same joke. I mean, imagine being like a music artist. You know, at a certain point, Syd Barrett did a lot of acid and they sing that song. And at some point, it's like, come on, I'm tired of singing this song about wish you were here, Syd Barrett. If you sing the song enough, do you get tired of singing it? Or does it hurt less? Does it, huh? Because I don't know. I mean, I wonder how those Pink Floyders did that. They're all old and dead now, but every night they go up on stage and they'd have to sing, about some, they drugged Syd. No, they didn't drug him. In this story, their little buddy Syd Barrett, he did too much LSD, and they have to sing about their little buddy going crazy because he did too much LSD, and it's kind of exhausting thinking about it, like every night, how many concerts does a band do a year? 100, 200, 150, 200? 150 times a year, I have to spend 10 minutes, 5 minutes thinking about that doofus who did too much LSD. God damn it. Oh well. I do like that song. That's a beautiful song, by the way. I felt angry because everybody else likes the song too, and I want to be unique and an individual, but everybody likes that song, Billy Corgan. Even Fred Durst likes it. Come on, everybody's doing covers of Wish You Were Here. This is my cover of Wish You Were Here. I'm not gonna sing it. I'm not a good singer, but it's my comedy cover of Wish You Were Here. It's my analysis, my interpretation of. It's my I'm not disrespecting the song. I'm saying it's a song. It'll stick in your head if you're not careful. It's a dangerous song. It's a mind virus song. It's a nostalgia song, right? Oh, well, what else? What else? You were thinking of Rorschach, and Rorschach in the movie The Watchmen, he puts on a mask, because your whole thing is, you do LSD, and the guy did, I don't know how much LSD he did. Let's say he did LSD 4 times a week, and then it fucked his head up 2 times a week. If you did LSD 2 times a week for a year, that'd fuck you up, right? If you did LSD once a week for a year, that might be bad for you. And I don't know how much LSD he did. That's why I was watching the documentaries on the YouTube, and I don't think they answered it. But he would take his LSD and his coffee. The best part of waking up is LSD in your cup. That was an old saying. Folgers in your cup, not LSD, but LSD is a drug. I'm talking about drugs. I'm not talking about LSD. You could do different drugs. You could drink every day. Narcissism is a drug. I'm a narcissist. I don't give a shit about anybody, and it's a mask. Because I was thinking of Rorschach. Rorschach puts on a mask, and his mask is like angry vengeance, and my mask is narcissism. And I did so much narcissism that at a certain point, I no longer had I became psychotic. The drug of narcissism became so all-encompassing that, that I couldn't tell the difference between the lava and the the real world. I couldn't tell the difference between a grass field and a cold steel rail. I couldn't tell the difference between a smile from a veil. You know, it was very, but I didn't do any LSD. I've never done LSD. I never plan on doing LSD, but I did some pretty fucking hard narcissism there. And I'll tell you, man, I can't tell the difference between grass and railroads, and I can't tell the difference between I can't tell the difference between heaven and hell. They all kind of seem the same. They all kind of merge together. They're all sort of the same thing. Heaven is shitty. Hell is shitty. You know, you go to heaven and God's a narcissist. He's like, pay attention to me. I'm the center of the... Oh, fucking little prima donna God. You go to hell. Satan is like, pay attention to me. I'm burning you and shit. He's a fucking prima donna little piece of dog shit. You know, everybody's dog shit in my worldview because my mask is narcissism. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe God wasn't that bad. Maybe the devil's not. I don't know. I just assume they're both shitty, so. You're gonna sing that song again. You did that. I spent 4 hours walking around the city singing Wish You Could Tell, singing that Pink Floyd song, humming it, and I'm gonna sing it again. It's that catchy of a song. It's a good movie soundtrack. It's a good theme song. It's a good thing it connects thoughts together. It's a thing that you can attach things to. It's an organizer. It helps organize thoughts. It's a catalyst for. Is it a catalyst for sanity? Is it a what do you call it when you have something? It's a framework song. It helps me framework questions. Whatever that means. Framework. I need a framework. Yeah, it's so dark. There's no moon. I can't see things that well. I do not like this. See, and the next time when it's a full moon and I can see better, I'll try and remember, hey, you know, it's easier to walk when the moon is out than when there's no moon, because I can trip and fall easier, and things aren't that bad, you know. And then I still do Skynet jokes. I love a good Skynet joke. Skynet. I'm from the future, and I come from a war. I come from the year 20, 60, 50, 40. I don't know. This is a story, and it's really bad in the future. You know, they don't have any green shit. There's no green shit, and there's green. I'm seeing green shit right now, so things aren't that bad, you know. There's hunter killers in the air. Elon Musk took over Skynet. He's the head of Skynet. He's the Wizard of Oz head of Skynet, and he goes around shooting people with his HK Terminator metal endo exoskeletons. I wonder who's going to run the Okrana. Who's Trump's Okrana head? He's got to have an Okrana. You know, in Soviet Russia, I was listening to this guy named, there's this AI guy named, he does a podcast. His name is whatever. He's a Russian guy. Russian, Ukrainian. He's like top 10 podcasts. And the Okrana, when the Tsar had the Okrana, if someone walked up to you and said, I don't like Donald Trump, you had to worry. Not only was it, this guy might dislike Trump, he might just be a plant. The Okrana owned all the opposition. Like Black Lives Matter, it's been Okrana'd. Everything's been Okrana'd. I've been Okrana'd, you've been Okrana'd. It's 1984, you know, everybody's been to room something. There's a room you go to, and they torture you, and they take away your free will in room something in the book 1984. The Okrana does that. Donald Trump has the Okrana. I guess Obama probably had the Okrana. We need an Okrana. We need a good Okrana. I want to make sure that all the organizations are under the control of the boss. I don't want, you know, I think that's what today's day and age is about. There's too much multi-voice stuff. There's too many voices in the air. And there needs to be less voices in the air. And I think that's kind of why people voted for Trump. There's too much disillusion, too many voices, too many cooks. There's too many people who think there's too many people who think they're unique and they're not. Like, I'm not unique. I'm $1 a dozen. And that's why you got Trump coming in, because he's, like, I scraped my knee one time. I think the entire government should be pulled apart. No, that's not how the world works. Everybody does not get a voice. You have to earn having a voice. You don't, it's a Starship Troopers. You have to earn citizenship, I guess. I don't know. There's advantages and disadvantages to the Starship Troopers model, but there's corruption in the Starship Troopers army, probably. People who join the Starship Troopers armies are doing it for, they want to get their citizenship. But at least makes you pay a price, I guess, so that's good. Starship Troopers, now, yeah. No, the other story is it's kind of like wrestling. You want the heels to win for a while, and then you want if the heels just won, wrestling would not be enjoyable to watch. And if the faces just won, it wouldn't be enjoyable to watch. You gotta have some faces winning, you gotta have some heels winning. Otherwise people would just stop watching wrestling, right? Tonight on wrestling, the bad guy wins every time. Or tonight, the good guy wins every time. It'd just be boring. So that's my opinion on Trump. I think he's interesting. He's making wrestling interesting again. Because, you gotta have the good guys and the bad guys win. I'm not saying he's a good guy or a bad guy. I'm on the fence on that one. But, he's definitely a change maker. He's a change maker. He makes change. He's like you put $1 in, you get 4 quarters. He's a change maker. What, you were doing a joke in my head. I was doing this joke where the premise of the joke is I don't want to exist unless I can be God. And if I can't be God, why exist? And the premise of this joke is I identify as a 10. I'm probably only a 9. Like Melania Trump only fucks 10s, and Gisele Bündchen only fucks 10s. And I think I'm a 10, but I'm really just a 9. And I don't want to fuck a 9. 9s are disgusting. And so I was like, I want to be God, because I think Melania Trump would fuck God. I think Gisele Bündchen would fuck. I don't have a Melania Trump fetish, but I'm using her as a symbolic idea of a 10. She's a placeholder in this story. She's not. It doesn't have to be her. It could be whoever you think is a 10. Who's a 10 these days? Whoever you think a 10 is. I gotta look at the ground. I can't see. There's no light. I'm sorry. Who is a 10? I don't know, 10s or 10s. I gotta look at the ground again. I'm scared. I can't see the ground. I don't want to trip. So, Michelle Obama, she's a 10. I'm looking at the ground again. I'm sorry. She's a 10. I don't know. Beyonce is a 10. I don't know. Who's a 10? Hillary Clinton? I don't know. 10s. Oh, well, and I can't be a 10. I'm never going to be God. I want to be God, but I'm not. I fantasize about it. It'd be nice to be God. Imagine. I was thinking of that heaven and hell line, and I was thinking, you die, and it's really the questions I want answered. I want to know, was Obama really an alien from another planet? He wasn't even a U.S. citizen. Did Trump, is he a puppet of the German chancellor or the French chancellor or whoever? People are puppets of people. I want to die, and I want to know these questions. I want to know the answers to. I want to know who shot JR. I want to know, I just want the answers, right? I don't like questions. I like answers. But I'm supposed to live with the ambiguity of who shot JR and who shot, who shot who shot Oswald, who shot Kennedy. Kennedy shot himself. I think no human being has ever murdered another human being. Human beings are nice, okay? Like, we've never murdered each other. I think JFK shot himself in the head, and then the government was like, hey, we can't have the president committing suicide. So I think there was a cover-up, and it was a cover-up to cover up that, like, if you become president, you're still going to be sad, right? You're not going to... He wasn't happy. JFK was miserable. He was like, he pulled out a gun, he blew his head off in Dallas. And then the government had to create a big conspiracy. Hey, look, guys, if you become president, you'll be happy, and then you become president and you still blow your head off. That would be kind of funny, right? Like, what do you have to look forward to? You can become president. And then he blew his head off because it's not that great. Being president sucks. I don't recommend. I wouldn't want to be president. I couldn't do it. I can shit on Trump all day, but I don't want his job. It's way too hard. I could never do it. I mean, I'm too lazy and whatever. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell the difference between a green field and a cold steel rail? A smile from a veil. Do you think you can tell? That is such a good song. Holy shit, that's a good song. It's one of the few. You humans on brief occasions create moments of genius, I think. I think you have your brief moments of genius. And I'd like to... My fantasy is maybe I could create a brief, like a little 30-second moment of genius. I probably won't, but maybe I could. It's a fantasy, If you can touch the face of God for like 10 seconds, 30 seconds, you're lucky, If you can create one decent idea. Here's a big hill. It's nicely well lit. It's in I think this is African American, but it's well lit, so I'm not... I ate a pizza at like 2 o'clock, and all I've had is Gatorade. But I woke up at like 10. Woke up at like 12, 11:30. So I've been up for like 4 or 5 hours. I've got Gatorade in my belly, and I don't have any food in me, but I ate at like 2. I ate a whole pizza, like a 1,500 calorie pizza, so I'm not skinny. I'm not going to get skinny, but I am hungry, which is stupid because I haven't done anything. So this will be fun. When I get back, I'll eat a big... I don't have any pizzas in the freezer. I can't cook another freezer pizza because I don't have any more freezer pizzas. Dang it. I like freezer pizzas. I stand behind freezer pizzas. They are tasty. What, do you have any other ideas? You didn't walk yesterday. You should have ideas again, right? Did you walk yesterday? You walked 2 days ago. These days all merge together. The entire world has become a Groundhog's Day event. Nothing. The world does not differentiate itself. It's all the same. That's why I can't tell the difference between prairies and rails. Yellow Corvette? Mustang Corvette? What are you? And then here's... I haven't walked by this. There's a dog up here. It's a canine dog. The last time I was up here, it was barking. It had a raspy voice, as if someone had choked it. I don't know. If you choke a dog, does it ruin its voice? It sounded like it had barked itself hoarse. It was a hoarse dog. It was a dog that had gone hoarse from barking. Or do dogs get like colds and they get, their voices get messed up because they've been barking too much? Well, his voice sounded like he had been barking too much, or he'd been choked. And I make jokes about this dog all the time because it's a scary dog. It's a dog that if it was your enemy, you would not be happy. It's a dog that looks like it could hurt you a little bit. And I make jokes about it every time. I'm like, I don't like you, dog, because it barks at me really loud. And I didn't do anything to the dog, but based on all my, I made fun of this dog 10 or 20 times by walking by it. And someone would be like, hey, he hurt that dog. I did not hurt that dog. So I stopped walking by here for a while. But I'm going to walk by and see if it's hoarse. Is the dog okay? I choked it. Ha ha ha. I did not choke it. I never did. I don't hurt dogs. I'm like Hitler. If I'm going to hurt a dog, it's going to be at the end. I'm going to test my Tic Tac on it, and then. But I don't believe in. I'm an animal rights. Animal rights people. The Nazis had a lot of animal rights people in their groups. It's like Himmler. Not Himmler. Who was the guy who got captured in Britain? He was, I think, an animal rights guy or something. I don't know. Don't hurt animals, said the Nazis. Hurt animals. It's good for you. If you hurt animals, you don't hurt people, maybe? I don't know. That's a good question. If you hurt animals, does it take the aggression? You have a bad fight with your wife. You go into the butcher plant. You kick the cow. You kick the chickens. Is it better to kick the chickens and the cow than to kick your wife? Maybe, maybe animal rights is bad because man was meant to lord over animals, and by kicking the cow and kicking the chicken, we don't kick each other. So that's an anti-left wing idea. The left wing would say if a person has to kick chickens and cows, they probably have a higher probability of kicking people. So they would be against kicking chickens and cows. So, I don't know which one's right. Maybe they're both right. Maybe one's right, maybe the other's right. Maybe they're both right. I'm against kicking chickens and cows, and I'm against animal rights. I'm against everything. I don't have an opinion. Kick chickens or don't kick chickens. Kick the dog. Don't kick the dog. Do whatever you want. Believe. He has a big poster that says Believe. It's 6 feet tall. It's 1 foot wide. It's white. It goes horizontally. It's B and then the E's below it. It's maybe 5-6 feet tall. And then here's the basketball hoop is still knocked over. I walked by here a long time ago. It was knocked over. Yeah, that night I walked by this street and they have 2 basketball courts. Do I smell pot? I think I smell pot. I always think I smell pot. I just want to smoke pot. Oh man, I want to smoke pot. But I don't. But I want to. He walks around and he smells pot everywhere, but he hasn't smoked pot since 2013 or 2014. But he wants to smoke pot. But he's not gonna, because it's a drug, and I'll go Syd Barrett if I smoke too much. No, you don't go Syd Barrett off of smoking pot. You go Syd Barrett off LSD. I don't need another drug. I have narcissism. I have this drug. I don't need another drug. But I fantasize. I secretly want to be a pothead. I kind of want to be. I want to be an alcoholic. I want to be a heroin addict. It's the fantasy of, be a cool life to have, right? I'm in a bad mood. I go smoke a joint. I'm sublime. I smoke 2 joints in the morning. I smoke 2 joints at night. I smoke 2 joints in the afternoon. It makes everything all right. I smoke 2 joints before I smoke 2 joints, and then I smoke 2 more. I smoke 2 joints. So, it's about smoking joints. It's the premise of the song is he smokes a lot of marijuana. And I have my marijuana. It's just not marijuana. I walk around. I'm a narcissist. I judge people. I'm mean. I say mean things, and I don't kick any dogs. I don't think I'm verbally kicking people. I'm mean verbally, but I'm not kicking anybody. I'm not shooting up any schools. I'm not blowing up anything. I'm just walking around, smoking these are my 2 joints. I'm smoking my 2 joints. I'm very contented right now. I like to smoke my joints. It feels good to smoke a joint and walk around. It's a good feeling. Smoke 2 joints in the morning. I smoke 2 joints at night. I smoke 2 joints in the afternoon. That's not it. It's up here. Is it this house? Yeah, it's this house. Where is the dog out? He's still hoarse. He's still kind of hoarse. He's hoarse, man. Yeah, he's a big German Shepherd. He could, he probably weighs 60, 80 pounds. He's kind of a nice dog, I guess. In terms of like healthy dog, like a dog, I'd want to own that dog. I wish it was my dog. I wish I had a nice 60-pound German Shepherd that could, do my bite. It would bite people for me, and that'd be kind of cool. I want a billion. I want a billion German Shepherds, all telepathically. I can command them to bite people. That'd be kind of cool. I watch Terminator YouTube videos because I find it's so stupid that I kind of like it because it's stupid. And they had in the comics, there's a Terminator dog. So the future war doesn't really make that much sense. I don't think that's how the future war is going to go. I've done this joke before, but whatever, It's a terrifying movie. 3 billion people died on Judgment Day. And I'll tell you a secret. What they don't tell you about Judgment Day, Ukraine and Russia were still fighting each other. And let's see, Taiwan and China still don't like. During the war of resistance against Skynet, the Ukraine war did not stop. They still kept fighting. And there was a war. Taiwan was still scared it was going to get invaded by China. Even though 3 billion people died, 4 billion, 5 billion, nothing really changed. Skynet killed 5 billion people. And the Russians were still killing Ukrainians. The Ukrainians were still killing Russians. Taiwan still thinks they're an independent country. And, people don't change. Nothing changes. The world has never changed. I mean, even though the tanks were going around crushing human skulls, the Skynet tanks and the HKs and the dogs, the fake dogs, the dogs would bark at normal people. The robot dogs would bark at normal people because they wanted the people to not trust each other. Because when a dog barks at a person, it means that they're a Skynet T-800. So now you used to be able to when I was younger, you could trust a dog. Dogs would only bark at T-800s, but now the dogs bark at humans just to throw us off. They're Skynet dogs. They're dogs that have been controlled by Skynet, and you can't trust anything. You can't trust the dogs anymore. You can't trust anyone or anything. It's all Akronad. Everything's been Akronad. The communists are owned by the capitalists are owned by the communists. The communists are owned by the capitalists. It's all one big fake wrestling event. The Undertaker. There was the Undertaker, and then there was was the Undertaker an undead guy? There was a white mage. Was there a white mage wrestler? His name, he would smite. His finishing move was called Smite. There was a zombie wrestler. I don't know. You can make up wrestlers now. That'd be a fun game. My finishing move is Smite. I kill the undead. I wear white robes. I'm a white knight. The Black Knight. What skill did the Black Knight use? He used some skill. He was a stupid skill. Smite is for the White Knights, right? And Paladins, Paladin, White Knight, Paladin. You people love a good story, and that's pretty much all this world is. The elites make up stories, and you eat the shit up, and it saddens me. I don't know who to hate more: the 1% for being lying pieces of shit, or the 99% for falling for the bullshit the 1% say. You both need each other. Like, the 1% needs you to listen to them, and the 99% can't think for themselves, so they look to the 1%. Hey, tell me a story, Donald. Tell me a story, Vince. Tell me a story, Obama. Tell me a story, Hillary. I want to hear a story. And Vince says, the White Knight smited the Kane. Kane was the big red machine. And what did Kane have? He had the pile driver, or did he have a power bomb? That power bomb versus the smite. Yeah. It's all bullshit. Oh, well, at least I got my 2 joints. I got my 2 joints to smoke. I'm happy. I can walk around smoking my 2 joints. For now. No cop has driven by me yet. I don't like cops, because cops are the agents of the elite. And they know they can see me smoking my joints, and they give me dirty looks. They're like, hey, you can't be walking around at 4 o'clock at night smoking 2 joints. I'm way too relaxed. I'm too happy. They look at me and they go, that guy's happy. He's up to no good. Because I got pot in me. I'm smoking my pot right now. I got my 2 joints in me. I'm smoking them. Oh man, it's so good. It feels so good to smoke my 2 joints. Walk around for 4 hours smoking I smoke 2 an hour. I'm getting pretty fucking high here, so. I smoke 2 joints an hour. I smoke 2 joints in the 2nd hour. I smoke 2 joints in the 3rd hour. I smoke 2 joints in the 4th hour. I wonder how much marijuana is. I'm not a marijuana expert. How much marijuana is in a joint? Is a joint like 3-4 grams? 2 grams? 1 gram, 4 grams? I don't know. Oh man. Smoke 2 joints in the morning. Smoke 2 joints at night. I smoke 2 joints at 3 or 4 o'clock on Saturday morning. Makes everything all right. I smoke 2 joints before I smoke 2 joints. And then I smoke 2 more. Could you take your gloves off? How cold is it? Yeah, you don't need these gloves. Maybe, do you? Got a notebook in my pocket. Yeah. There's entertainers. A lot of people don't know this. On YouTube, you pay people from India to watch your video. They have like 100 phones, and they'll go around clicking your video, and you can pay for views. I mean, they don't actually watch the video, but you can pay people in India to watch your videos. Because humans are followers, and if you have 50,000 views or 100,000, people watch it. If you get 0 views, you're just a crazy person walking around at midnight. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. So you gotta prime the pump. You gotta pay Indian people from India, Gandhi, India, to watch your videos so that other people will watch your videos. You gotta prime the pump. It's an FDR term. You pour water in a pump to get water out of a well. I'm in the business. I sell water. I sell pump water. I sell water to people who want to prime their pump. I don't sell water. I sell pump water. So anyone want to buy some pump water? It's a premium water. You have to pay extra for prime pump water. Costs more than normal water. If you go and you just get water, it's the same thing as prime pump water, but I got a premium I charge, so 4 or 5 times normal price. I have a good markup. Prime the pump, prime the pump. I'm a narcissist, so I don't actually care that I don't get views. I actually kind of like it. It makes me feel special and unique. You know, because I have a disdain for this world. So by getting no views, it confirms my negative attitude towards the world. I'm a passive-aggressive narcissist. I'm a covert narcissist. I'm not a overt narcissist. I don't think I'm the number one. I secretly think I'm number one, but I'm not. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna go around bragging that I'm number one. Imagine how annoying that would be. People were like, "You're number one. You can solve every problem." No, I can't solve any of these problems. I'm too stupid to solve these problems. I can't even stop smoking pot, man. Like, seriously, I can't even. You know, I'm addicted to pot. I can't solve you people's problems. It's all my money's going to pot right now. I smoke pot. You know, I'm smoking 2 joints every hour per, how many hours? I'm up 14 hours. I'm smoking 14. I'm smoking 28 joints. And what does a joint cost? $3-4? It's a lot of money for joints. Way too much joint. I gotta get my joint money down. Spend less money on my joints. Maybe get some like Chinese THC. Maybe I could get Chinese THC delivered from a pharmacy from China. They'll sell me THC tablets, and I can just, instead of smoking, I'll just take a tablet of maybe $1, maybe 50 cents a tablet. If I buy in bulk, they'll sell it to me cheap. You gotta buy THC in bulk. Do 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 do. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain. Yeah, you got a light thingy here? What's that light thingy? It's got well, that's a weird pattern. I wonder if you can move the wires. It's like wires with LEDs on the end. Maybe 100, maybe 50, 100 lights. I wonder if you can move the wires. And you can make it into patterns if you want. I bet. I'm not going to go trespassing the guy's property, but that'd be kind of cool. It's red and green and blue with little dots on the end. Maybe a foot out. It's not it doesn't look like I don't see a pattern, so I'm assuming he made the pattern. Or he just threw the pattern together. Maybe he made it himself. And it changes colors. It goes on, off. It's got 2 sets of lights with different colors. That's kind of cool, I guess. Okay. Are you not entertained? You gotta entertain people. You gotta entertain the people. They want to hear about lights on a random street in Florence, Alabama. You gotta know about that shit. You know about lights on wires in a suburban. I do not need 2 sweaters. I only needed 1 sweater. I'm getting a little hot now. Not cool. Gotta take the sweater off. Gonna get hot. Can you make it a little colder? Dear God, make it a little colder so that, because I wore 2 sweaters and I only needed 1 sweater. I'm getting a little toasty. So here's it's called, you ever seen a tree and the tree's roots go over the curb? It's muffin top is when you're fat and you wear jeans and your belly goes over the jeans. That's called muffin top. This is like a root muffin top. It's a root that goes over the curb. There's some muffin top root back there. Yeah. Some fat. It's a fat tree with some fat roots. It's a big fat tree with fat root muffin top. Yeah. That's the best joke. Of all the jokes I've ever told, thousands of years from now, people will be like, he did the root muffin top joke. Yeah, that's a famous one. Someone's got to have done that one before. None of the jokes you've ever told have actually, someone else did them before you. Independently of me. I mean, I didn't steal them, but, I have to admit, there's a high probability someone did that joke already. I can't be the first person to say root muffin top. I want to think I did, but I probably didn't. I wonder if anyone's ever said, I thought I came up with the term root muffin top. Someone's already done that one too, probably. Someone's already said root muffin top. I wonder if I came up with that idea. Someone already did that joke too, probably. How many times would I have to say, did someone do it before it would be new? Hey, there's a moon over there. It's hidden. It's very low to the ground. That's why I didn't see it. It's a crescent moon. It looks like a crescent moon. It's very slivery. It's 1/10 of the moon is what it looks like. My guess would be 1/10 of the moon. It wasn't a lot of moon. It was crescenty, sharp, had a sharp hook. It's kind of like a fish hook, or it's sharp. It's got a sharp corner. It could cut you. It's a cutting moon. Is a cutting moon a term? Maybe. It's a cutting moon. It cuts things. Yeah. I can't see it. There's houses in the way. I got one glimpse of it for like 3 seconds. And now I'm gonna come up here to this intersection and I'll get to see the moon again. It'll be the moon, and it's the moon, Every human being who has eyes has probably seen the moon. It's a universal idea. It's an idea that we all understand the moon, right? It's one of the most common sense things that's ever been talked about. A Chinese person or a Middle Easterner, or a Republican, a Democrat. Okay, it's probably more of a third, fourth moon. It's not as sharp as I thought it was. It's more fuzzy. I'm sorry, I was wrong. It's a Saturday, the 22nd, 21st of March, 2025. You can look up moon phase charts and you'll be able to tell what moon phase. I'm trying to describe something that has been described millions, billions of times. I'm trying to do it in a new and unique way. It's very hard to come up with a new way to talk about the moon, but it is kind of cool to look at. It's a fourth. You think it's a fourth? You think it's a third? How much of the moon is showing on the 22nd, 21st, 23rd? I don't know. So you think you can tell the difference between a full moon, a half moon, a quarter moon? You people can't even tell the difference between a quarter moon and how are you going to tell the difference between a railroad and a green pasture? Okay, smoke 2 joints, man. Just smoke your joints. Relax. Smoke your 2 joints. Smoke 2 joints. I don't get high. It relaxes me. I need to relax. I need to become one with my environment. I need a positive environment to be around so that I can be if I'm around positive things, I'm a good person. If I'm around negative things, I'm a bad person. So if I stay around positive things, I will be a good person. I'll sneak my way into heaven yet. I'll pull my Matt Damon, Ben Affleck dogma trick. I'll trick my way in there. I'm gonna fool you yet, God. Alanis Morissette. Jagged Little Pill. People, Anthony Fontana was saying that Alanis Morissette does not deserve to be on the top 100. I don't know. I don't really have an Alanis Morissette opinion. I should probably have a stronger Alanis Morissette opinion. I know people who will live and die for, I don't know anymore. I hope no one would. Alanis Morissette has had over 100 people put suicide bombs on for her music. She has a dedicated fan base. You know, you got to have dedicated fans. Jagged Little Pill. She would give her followers. She was a cult leader. She gave out jagged little pills. And her followers they'll fight you. If you don't put her in the top 50, 20, 10, she will send some thugs out to get you. She has goons. You better be careful about her goons. And then the number one on the Apple was a lady. It was like a black singer lady. I didn't even know her. The Miseducation of Somebody. And I can't remember what her name was. Which is, I guess, offensive because it's the number one album according to Apple. And I can't remember her name. The Miseducation of Alanis Morissette was the number one album on... was it Alanis Morissette? Who was the lady who played God in Dogma? Was that Alanis Morissette or was that... I think it was, I don't know, it was Alanis Morissette, right? Well, this was an African lady, so it wasn't Alanis Morissette. It was Natalie, I don't know, something. It was about systemic racism, probably. It's probably about something. She was miseducated. Number one. I'm number one. I don't even have a music CD, and I think my music CD should be number one. I don't even have any songs, but I should probably be number one. Yeah. Fuck yeah. My cover of Wish You Were Here is the number one record of all time. It's not even a music CD. It's a guy just walking around for 4 hours and he hums Wish You Were Here. And I think Apple should put that as the number one record of all time. Yeah, Apple, this is the number one record. Get rid of the miseducation of whatever her name was, Alanis Morissette. It wasn't Alanis Morissette, it was whatever. I don't think Pink Floyd will give me the rights to sing the song. They're going to be like, dude, you can't have our song. We listened to your record, your album, your 3-hour, 4-hour rant. You ain't putting our name next to it. Bunch of jerks, bunch of Pink Floyd elitist snobs. They think I'm flyover country. They think they're better than me. Those urbanite, urban is cities, suburban, urban is cities. So I bet those Pink Floyders are urbanites. They have no respect for me. You know, they think I'm flyover country. They think I'm the forgotten man. It's like Christianity has the idea of, based are the meek, based are the humble. Oh, you think I'm humble. I'm coming for you, Pink Floyd. You don't give me the rights to your CD song. And then Apple won't put me number one. Oh, I'm coming for you, Apple. You will rue the day that you did not put my 3-4 hour insane person walking around crazy rant at number one. Yeah. You think you can tell? Can you tell a smile from a veil? Can you tell? Can you tell? What is her name? The Miseducation of something. Renona Wider. I don't know, something. That's Rihanna is a Fleetwood Mac CD. They do some good stuff. They did a lot of coke. Fleetwood Mac did a lot of coke. I want to be a cokehead someday. I think being a cokehead would be fun. And maybe I could sing some Fleetwood Mac. I'd do a bunch of coke and I'd sing Fleetwood Mac. Rumors, great CD. Love me some Rumors. Is it Rumors? Here you want your freedom. Da, 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 da. Do I smell barbecue? Is the guy cooking barbecue? At 7 Points, there's a guy who cooks barbecue. Sometimes I'll smell barbecue around here. No barbecue today. Barbecue, 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 barbecue. Barbecue, barbecue, is that a, it looks like a Taurus. It's a black one. And it could have been a cop car. But are they selling it? It's in the gas station. Yeah, I don't even know. Is that a Taurus? What type of car is it? God, I want to do some Rumors level coke right now. Nah, I'm gonna smoke marijuana. I'm gonna walk around smoking my joint. That's not a cop. That's a green. It's not even black. It's green, I think. It's a dark green? What color are you? Are you dark green or black? I think it's a dark green. Yeah, it's a dark green. I thought it was black, but it's dark green. Okay. Please watch your step. Would you watch it? Would you watch the step? Mind the gap, watch the step. Slippery ice. What else is there? Whatever. If I walk enough and I smoke enough pot, I will get rid of all my demons. And I still got some demons, but I'm gonna walk them out. I'm gonna exercise my demons out. So I got a plan. I'm gonna walk these demons out. I'm gonna exercise them out. People don't. You think I'm crazy? I'm making progress here, people. I'm exercising my demons out. Figuratively and literally, exercising. Walking is exercising, and I'm exercising. There, da 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 da. You say you want your freedom. Do you want freedom? I just want coke. I just want a bunch of coke. Someone give me some coke. What's the good songs in that? The song in that's good is The Jokers Want to Joke. Players Want to Play. That's a rap song, isn't it? Players want to play. Rappers want to rap. I don't even want none of the above. I want to. That's a Chappelle Show song. That's not Fleetwood Mac. Man, yeah, I need to take a sweater off. I need to undo my belt. Do I do it? Where's a safe place to take a sweater off? Where can a man take a sweater off without publicly indecencying himself? If I was president, I would make public areas where you could take a sweater off. And, you wouldn't be publicly indecent. Then again, people would probably just use that area to be publicly indecent. So you probably don't want to make a public take-off sweater area. That's probably a bad idea. You won't just... Okay, you gotta stick to one song. Stick to Sublime. Sublime is the theme of the night. The theme song of tonight is Smoking Joints by Sublime. Do you want to go see the Black Mural? You want to go see the Black Mural, don't you? I want to see the Black Mural. Yeah, I'm not in the mood to see the Black Mural. It's a Black Panther mural. and it's about how it's God's hand. God is black, and the white hand is reaching up to touch the black God hand, and it says, after the plague came or after the blight. And whenever I see that, it always reminds me, I need to polish my gun. Black people terrify me because they think I'm the blight or the plague or whatever they think I am. So I'm going to go polish my shotgun and my pistol, because that's what black people think white people are. We're the plague. We're the blight. We are. I mean, I am Yakub, but I am Yakub. I'm a descendant of Yakub. I don't like black people who know who I am. When a black person looks at me and they go, that guy's Yakub, I don't like him. I like the stupid black people who don't know that I'm not Yakub. Or I like it when they're all like, hey, he's not Yakub. I'm Yakub. I'm definitely Yakub. There's a dog. What are you? Are you in a entry and rear puppy love? It's a dog slavery place. You go in there. Right now that dog is getting fucked by. It's a Saturday morning. You know, people go in there and they fuck dogs. It's called puppy love. That's what right now I just walked by. There's active bestiality going on in there. Someone's fucking a dog, and the dog is screaming, "Stop fucking me!" But would you rather have people fucking dogs unconsensually, or would you rather have people fucking people unconsensually? It's better to fuck dogs unconsensually better to rape dogs than to rape people. So kick the dog or rape the dog. Don't rape people. Don't kick people. So puppy love. Since Trump has become president, the amount of puppy love in the United States has gone up 1,000%. I'm making that number up. I don't have any clue. I just like to make stuff up. It's fun. It's fun to lie. If God didn't want me to lie, then how come it's so much fun to lie? I like to lie. McDonald's is now hiring. They've been hiring managers since I've been walking here. 3, 4, 5 months now. Still looking for managers. They must have high turnover in the McDonald's manager position. It's exhausting. I bet it's a shitty job. It's like, it's stress, and it's not good stress. It's exhausting. Oh, police SUV. Big SUV, like a Yukon. It's not one of the mini ones. The mini ones are, the mini RAV4 like ones. This was a Yukon-esque. There you go again, you say you want your freedom. I don't want to be free. I like if the cops drive by. It makes me feel, if the cops didn't drive by, I'd get mugged probably. There'd be a lot more muggings if cops didn't drive around. And then I wouldn't have a phone. I wouldn't have my wallet in my pocket. I wouldn't have my keys on me. Thank you, cops. I want to thank you. You raise my blood pressure, but you have to exist, I guess. You're here to stop, Okay, what do you got here? Got a pencil? You got a mural with a pencil. It's a yellow number 2 pencil. It's a, what do you say? You say T-E-R? T-E-A-C. It's very hard to read. I think it says teach. But it's very weird. Yeah, it's teach. Is that an A? T-E-E? T-E-A. It's a C. Yeah. Yeah, teach. I'm using context clues. I'm using the yellow number 2 pencil to sort of infer the letters. Could say something else, but I'm using context clues. The yellow number 2 pencil tells me it's probably teach. I use context clues. I'm really smart. Smart people use context clues to figure out what's going on around them. Next on That'd be kind of fun. It'd be kind of fun to watch like a crazy person try and use context clues. Yes, they'd have fun. They'd have fun context clues. Their context clues would not be like my we normal people. Wink, wink. We normal people have normal context clues, and crazy people have crazy context clues. So, context clues. Yellow number 2 pencil. What does it mean? It was written in like kind of a weird font. They have fonts, font is how you write the letter. I couldn't tell and someone had graffitied over it a little bit. So, you know how like an E and a C can kind of look the same because the E had stuff in it, I guess, and the C has stuff. Yeah, do I have to explain this? I'm trying to explain my context. He's crazy. When you have to explain your context clues, that's how you know you're crazy. So I'm crazy because I'm always trying to like, hey, this is the context clue I'm using. No one cares about teach and a number 2 pencil in 7 points and Florence. No one literally cares, and yet here I am defending my. It's an assessment. I made an assessment. It says teach. I didn't do my due diligence when I looked into teach. Numbered yellow 2 pencil. I should have done more due diligence, and I wouldn't have gotten conned. It actually says something else. I got conned. I got duped. I was duped. Duped hard, man. He got conned. He got duped. He's a sucker. I'm either a sucker, I got duped, or I'm insane. I can't tell. It could be all three. It could be one of the three. It could be two of the three. It could be all the above. A little bit of everything. You did your Syd Barrett joke, right? You did the joke about Syd Barrett he just got drugged with acid. He never consented to his acid. He was Mickey'd. He got Mickey'd with acid. Mickey'd acid. I don't think he did that joke tonight. So one of the jokes in my head is, old Syd Barrett. He would wake up every morning. He'd be like, man, I don't feel that good. His bandmates would be like, hey, have a coffee. Have a coffee, Syd, old buddy. Syd, my buddy, have a coffee. He'd be like, I don't feel that well. Have a coffee, you'll feel better. He'd drink the coffee. And then, he would, he'd be like, man, I've been seeing crazy shit, man. I've been seeing some crazy shit. Dude, man, we gotta write some music, Syd. Write one of them dope songs. Have another coffee. Syd would drink the coffee. And, poor Syd. Syd got Mickey'd with LSD so that he could write music for the evil band Pink Floyd. They were bad people. Those Pink Floyders, I don't like them. Evil people. Evil men. Very bad. Don't ever accept a coffee from a band member of Pink Floyd. They look for gullible idiots, and then they hand them a coffee. They put LSD. Then they take all your musical ideas. They take your. So when you do LSD, your sights become sounds. Your sounds become sights. Everything merges together. Everything becomes. You taste something. You become like Flaubert. You eat a peach, and you have a memory from eating a peach 20 years ago. It's a PTSD. Is it a PTSD experience? Maybe. LSD is kind of I don't know, is that true? I've never done LSD, so I can't tell you. But you touch something and you hear something. That's the analogy I've heard of LSD. And I've heard the analogy that you see lava everywhere. So, I'm walking on lava. That would be, you think you can fly? People who think they can fly, sometimes on LSD. I do not recommend doing LSD. Unless you wanna. If you want to do LSD, do it. Or don't. I would be terrified. I'm not doing LSD because The world's already terrifying. I already see lava, and I'm not even on LSD. I see lava literally everywhere. I'm surrounded by lava. I'm surrounded by... The tree branches are already moving tentacle appendages of ominous, big fancy words. A bunch of big fancy words here. Fancy pants, big words, man. Donald Trump is a operative sent back by Skynet from the year 2060. I'm not even on LSD, and I think that, so... if I was on LSD, I'd really get fucked up. I'd start thinking... FDR, those braces he had? Those metal braces? He was an early model T something. George Washington, you know why he had wooden teeth? The early Terminators had wooden teeth. They didn't have metal teeth, they had like wooden teeth. So that's why George Washington had wooden teeth. He was a Terminator sent back in time by Skynet. So Abraham Lincoln was assassinated by he was one of the early assassinations by John Wilkes Booth was sent back in time by Skynet to kill Abraham. He was the original John Connor. John Connor keeps changing. John Connor is a moving idea. He's John Connor, and then it's someone else, and then it's someone else, and they keep getting assassinated and killed. That's because Skynet likes to kill John Connor. So whenever you know someone who's died, even old age, humans do not die of old age. That is Skynet killing old people. Skynet does everything. Skynet is is in this analogy, this story, he's kind of a god-esque figure. He's Allah. He's God. He's Muhammad. He's the Zaton monster. Zaton monster. He's an alien. No human being has ever died, and Skynet kills people. Everybody you've ever known who's died was killed by Skynet. So it's a good joke. Skynet is my new religion. It's my new religion is Skynet. I worship the metal face with red eyes. Do 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 do. You ruined that song. You just turned that song into it's a fake memorial song. Like, they fucking drug that poor fella. And then they go like, we miss you, Syd Barrett. Even though we drugged you, we're the one who sent you to the psych asylum by slipping acid Mickeys in your coffee. So that song is no longer a pretty song. It's now an ugly song. It's a song dedicated to... We've all known people who, I miss the Mujahideen. Remember when the Mujahideen were the good guys in the 80s? I miss the Mujahideen. Now they're, then 9/11 happened and they were Al-Qaeda. But back in the 80s, they were freedom fighters. I miss those Mujahideen. I miss you guys. I wish you were here. Because life was simpler. You weren't trying to bomb us. You were trying to bomb Russia. I like those days. Remember when being a Republican meant you didn't hang out with pot? Remember when Donald Trump went and hung out with that pothead Joe Rogan? When I was a kid, Republicans didn't hang out with potheads. Now the Republicans are like pro-pot. It's like, I miss the old I miss the old Kanye. I miss the old Republican Party. I miss the old... Now the Democrat Party, what are they? They're fascists, I guess. When I was a kid, the Democrats were the anti-fascist party, and now they're fascists. Republicans smoke pot, and Democrats are fascists. The whole thing is like a big Ouroboros. It's all bullshit. It's all a snake eating itself. Skynet made snakes in that one movie, Salvation. Is it Salvation? Terminator Salvation. They had these water snakes. So I wonder if the Terminator snake robots could eat themselves. Huh. Do 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 do. Mm-hmm. 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 You can't tell. You really can't tell. You've lost all grasp on reality. I can't tell what's real anymore. This is not good. Way too much acid in my brain. Way too much. Smoke 2 joints in the morning. I smoke 2 joints at night. I smoke 2 joints in the afternoon. It makes everything all right. You're doing a short walk. You normally look at the mural. You didn't look at the mural. You like that one road over there because it's a nicer road than this road. You're doing a short walk. You're going to do like a 3-hour walk, aren't you? You ain't doing a 4-hour. You're going to do a 3:30? It's going to be like a 3:30. Right? You don't have the balls to do the 5-hour, the 10-hour walk. The 10-hour walk takes dedication. The Appalachian Trail, people walk the Appalachian Trail, that takes real dedication. It's a real pilgrimage. It's a real, you got to have balls to do a pilgrimage. You don't got the balls to do a pilgrimage. You stick with your 3-hour. You're shitty. You got Cain and Abel. Cain had, he gave like fruit, and then Abel gave fatty lamb. You ain't got the balls to do an Appalachian Trail fatty lamb sacrifice. So God will not accept my sacrifice. He does not like my 3-hour walk sacrifice. He wants a Appalachian Trail sacrifice. He's so mean. He wants so much. He wants so much. He wants so much. Skynet wants so much. It wants me to do an Appalachian Trail. Yeah, that's what you need. You need an Appalachian Trail. What is that? 2, 3, 6 months? You have to go do research on that. You don't have the fortuitousness, what word is there for, not dexterity. Dexterity is your limberness and your ability to run fast. Constitution is the one where you have your HP. Your HP is determined by your constitution. Your dexterity is your speed, how fast you can run. Your wisdom is how wise you are, and your intelligence is it's like your hacking skill. I don't know. It's your lockpicking. Is lockpicking dexterity or intelligence? Wisdom. That's the one where you can eat plants and stuff, right? You're a herbivore. You can pick up a plant and you can go, you can eat this plant. I'm wise. And if you're intelligent, you can cast magical spells. And if you've got, I think that's how wisdom and intelligence works. I think that's how it works, right? Dexterity, constitution, wisdom, intelligence. Luck? Is luck? I don't know. I've never played D&D. Is luck in D&D? Maybe. It's in Fallout. And is Fallout based on D&D? Maybe. Probably. Luck. I like a little bit of luck. I just want a 9 luck skill. 9 out of 10. In D&D, what is it? It's 15 or 14? Is 0? What is it? I have 100 luck. That'd be a plus 10 or 20 modifier. What is the modifier when you get up to 100? I'm not going to look that up. I don't care, actually. Most of the questions I ask myself, I don't actually care about the answer. I just ask them to distract myself. What? Because it's 14? What's 0? Is 10 0 or is 14 0? And then 16 is 1, 18 is 2, 20 is 3, or is it 4? You'd have to look it up. I'm not gonna look it up. I don't care. It doesn't actually matter to me. 10? Is it 12? It might be 12 is 0. I don't know. But you could look that up. Like, you have a phone. You're just a lazy piece of shit. I need some of those modifiers. I need some good modifiers on my dice roll. He had a 6-iron on his hip. He had a 6-iron on his hip. An arrow? It's like it's not a compass, but it's like a cube. It's not a cube, a sphere, but it's made out of 2 bands, and there's an arrow going through it. What does that mean? I wonder what that means. You can look it up. You're not gonna. I'm just gonna ask. I'm gonna ask for the, God gave you the ability to solve problems, and I just don't want to solve them. I'm gonna dump all my small problems on God. What does 2 bands with an arrow kind of in a cube thing mean? I said, you could look it up. I'm not gonna look it up. Fuck you, God. Fuck you, Skynet. I ain't looking that shit up. Lazy piece of shit. Some lions. I got some lions here. It's a statue with 2 lions and 3 cubs. 3 cubs? How many cubs are there? There's 1, 2, 3 cubs. The big one is the male. The middle one is Mufasa, and the lady from The Lion King, the sexy one, the one with the lion eyes. She had a lion. Does it start with an N? An N? She was a lion lady. She had lion fuck me eyes. She wanted that, not Mufasa. She wanted that Simba cock. I wonder do lions have cocks? I wonder if they have like a special red rocket cock. Something here. I don't remember. Has there always been 2 water fountains? Is it because it's getting warm and they can turn the second fountain on? They have a big fountain. You ever seen the TV show Married with Children? Doesn't that have a big fountain in the beginning? Some TV show had a big fountain in the beginning. They have a big fountain like that. Not as sprayy, but it's big. It's got lions in it, right? Are those lions? Probably lions. They spit out water. They're a fountain with water. Spitting out water. Right? Yeah. I will be the first artist in the history of all artists. I have to pay my audience to listen to my stuff. It's that bad. It's literally just, he walked by a fountain with some lion statue heads spitting out water. He thinks that's a joke. I need enough money to get an audience. I need some Indian people to watch my videos so that I can. I will make it meta. The new meta joke will be a lion spitting out water at a fountain while someone talks about, was it that TV show that had the fountain? That'll be the new type of comedy. It'll be mundane comedy. I will usher in a new age of extreme, mundane, bad comedy. People will be like, that guy, he really fucked this whole world up because he made... We used to have good comedy. Then it became stupid. When I was a kid, comedy had integrity. Now it's all bad. It's all just people walking around, talking to the moon. Talking to the moon, I guess. When I was a kid, comedians would talk to the audience. They wouldn't talk to Skynet or God or Allah. They wouldn't talk to the Thadon monster. They wouldn't talk to, people. Comedians had integrity. They were after an audience. They weren't after some sort of esoteric, transcendental bullshit. They were men of the people. They weren't elitist snobs. Is that a squirrel or a bird? You're gonna have to pee at some point, aren't you? Are you gonna have to pee? Are you gonna be able to make it to a pee place without publicly indecencying yourself? You're taking a short walk. You're walking subconsciously I'm walking in a way that says, I gotta get this thing done fast because I'm gonna have some problems. I'm hot. I gotta pee. The pot is not working that well. I really thought this pot was gonna be better. What are you? You're a pink neon sign. What are you a sign of? There's a pink neon sign with a white thing in the middle. And I can't tell what it is. Is it a clock? It looks like an alarm clock almost. A bomb? A hat? It's hidden behind a window. Dear person who lives in Florence, Alabama, on it's a street. I'll find the street. It's up here. It's on the cosmetology road. The road with the cosmetologists. He has a pink neon sign. Could you please tell me what your neon sign means? What does it mean? Why do you have a pink neon sign with a white thingy in the middle in your window? I can only half see it. It's not very... I don't have any context clues. There's no pencils. There's no, I can't put two and two together here. The boxcar children, and the case of the pink neon sign with the white middle thingy. Yeah, I'll hire the boxcar children to solve this mystery. They'll know what to do. Nancy Drew, the Hardy Boys. I've never read any Nancy Drew or Hardy Boys, so I don't know. You had a joke. What was your joke? See, I talk to myself when I'm by myself, but I also talk to myself when I walk around. And I was doing a multiverse joke in my head where everything merges together. It's like Star Wars and Star Trek and the Avengers, and it's all one world, right? And history, and is it all one world? Is it a multi-world world? You thought it was funny then. Now it's not. Now I can't think of the joke, so it's not funny. I thought it was kind of cool, though. I guess it wasn't as cool as I thought. Star Destroyers, Enterprise, Borg, Skynet in the last season of Picard was very Skynet meets Star Trek. They all kind of have been merging together already. People, the whole thing kind of merges together. Did you know Star Trek was based on the show called Caravan Trek, or it's like Oregon Trek? It was a show about Wagon Trail. It's called Wagon Trail. And each episode was about a wagon trail, and they'd go out west. Wagon Trek? Something like that. You can look up Star Trek from the 70s. People have not been... no one has had an original idea in thousands of years. It's all copy-paste. No one's making anything new. It's all a sham. All creativity is a sham. I gotta pee eventually, right? Am I gonna have to pee? Am I gonna have to pee my pants? I can pee my pants. It's better than public indecency. I'd rather walk around with a piss stain on my pants than be on some fucking map. This guy... because here's the thing, I go into an alley and I pee. Am I that bad of a person? I mean, am I? I don't know. Do I deserve to be on a map for that? Maybe. I don't know. He had to pee. He's evil. Cops will look the other way. That's a throw the book question. If the cop wants to throw the book at you, you were peeing in an alley. I was sober. Which would be worse? Local bar patron pees in the alley, or crazy guy walks around at night, pees in the alley, completely sober. It's actually worse. I'm completely sober. I pee in the alley. He's like, dude, man, you scare me more than the bar patron who drank too much beer. You scare the fuck out of me, dude. You need to be on a map. You need to have a sign around your neck. Yeah, fuck yeah. I don't have to pee that bad. I'll piss my pants before they put me on a map. Man, it's gonna get cold then, right? Remember you were talking about how you were cold? How you put on 2 sweaters. If you piss your pants and it's cold, you're gonna get cold, right? Because the water's gonna get cold and it'll evaporate off. Maybe. Maybe. Is there a place to piss around here? No. And you hear him alleviate himself in his pants. The worst, I was walking around, I got like the shits. That was terrible. Like I was like running back home. I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna shit my pants. And it was like bad shits. It was like, I was trying to do a 2-3-4 hour walk. I was around, I was in a residential neighborhood, and I was like 30 minutes away, and I was like jogging back. And the jogging made the shitty feeling worse, but I had to get, oh man, that was a bad night, man. Whew. It wasn't a night, it was a day. It was actually in the middle of the day. So I would have shit my pants in the middle of the day. That's not cool. I sat on the toilet. It was like one plop. I just plopped out like a big half pound of half liquid. It was solid. The cap was solid, but behind it was liquid. It was one plop. It was just a plop, and yep. I think things are bad. I think this is hell. This isn't that bad. I just gotta pee a little bit. This ain't no shitty, I'm about to shit my pants. This is, you might have to, you're in an hour, you're 100% gonna have to pee probably. If you walked around enough, would you sweat out enough that you wouldn't have to pee? Does your pee go back into you if you need sweat pee? Because you're gonna sweat, right? Do 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 do. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? You think you can tell? Do you think you can tell? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade? I don't like that. Those verses aren't as they don't fit my thesis. That the next verse does not fit my thesis, so I'm gonna ignore the rest of the song. Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts? Here's an ice cream place. It's like the 50s. You can come down here and get a soda jerk with some ice cream and root beer. Do you want some ice cream root beer? Come on down to Florence. They've got an ice cream soda jerk. Not open. They should be open 24/7. If you want an ice cream float, I think you should be able to get one 24/7, 365. I want a root beer float, right? Mr. Jerk Man. He's a jerk man, right? He's a soda jerk. Mr. Soda Jerk, I'm in a bad mood. Can I have a root beer float, mister? And he'd be like, oh, it's 3 o'clock. Here's your root beer float. I'd be like, you're a real good jerk, Mr. Soda Jerk. He just likes to use the word jerk. Jerk. What a jerk. I don't like that jerk. Methodist Church. White light. It's a walkie man. I'm walking along. There's a walkie man crossroad thingy. Here's a cow. He's a cow. Metal thingy. It's like a metal cow statue. Red dress. Does the mannequin have nipples? The mannequin has nipples, I think. So I'm getting aroused by the mannequin with the red dress and the nipples. I'm starting to feel like a Dahmer here. I'm attracted to statues. I want to get that statue and just plow the red dress statue mannequin Great, I'm Dahmer now. Hey, at least he's plowing the female mannequins. I like the male mannequins with the red dresses. Yes. Did I already walk by that one place? There's a place around here, Taekwondo or Jiu-Jitsu. They have a Red Bull machine in there. That's kind of cool. You want to do some Taijutsu karate? Have a Red Bull. It gives you wings. Sensei, he had 3 Red Bulls. He's got more wings than me. You know, because you go into the Jiu-Jitsu, the more wings you have, the better of a Jiu-Jitsu fighter you probably are. You know, he makes some good money off that. You're a better fighter when you have Red Bull in you, probably. I've never Jiu-Jitsu'd, I've never karate'd, I've never done that, but I'm assuming it would be better, right? Before every fight, I drink 4. How many Red Bulls would it take for me to take Brock Lesnar out? If I had like 10 Red Bulls, I could probably take him, right? You know, if you have enough wings. WQLT has a Jeep. It's an H3. It's on the curb. They've left it here. It's 107, and they've got a H3. It's kind of cool. What is this? This is a Jeep. What are you? You're another band? Are there 2 band cars on the street? Kicks 96. They got is that a donkey with a guitar? 96.1. Kicks 96. It looks like a donkey. So they're Democrats. Elephants are Republicans, and donkeys are. So it's a donkey with his tongue out, playing a guitar, but it's country. So it's a Democrat country station. What are you driving? That's an H3 too. They both are H3s. So that's pretty important to know. Both Kicks 96. The Democrats drive an H3, and the 107. Would that be just? That's probably the main music station. They probably play like Taylor Swift. I don't know. They play today's greatest hits. The entertainment industry is all lefties, so the donkeys and the main mix are all Democrats, right? So that's why they drive H3s. Here's a Caleb Elliott, Batman, the 89 one, I think. South Pacific, Walker Ranch, promo rodeo. Some lady wearing a beanie. She a comedian? She's got to be a comedian. McKinley Lockhart, live at Billy Reed. Free. Drinks from Yellowhammer. What are you, a comedian or a singer? You don't even tell me what you are. I'm giving you free publicity and you don't even tell me who you are. Graham Brown. Theater. Crucible. Okay. Well, that was disappointing. I'm a better comedian. I'm a better singer than all those people. Number 1 on Apple, baby. Trending. Nope. Smoke 2 joints, man. Smoke 2 more joints. Copium. I need some copium. We're going to get some copium. We're going to get some preparation. Preparation. Yeah, whatever, man. South Pacific, April 10th through 13th. Come see a movie. Muscle Shoals meets the question marks. Can't wait until next year. You're going to meet 3 question marks in Muscle Shoals. That's cool. Just shit on everything, don't you? You can't be nice about anybody. Florence, Alabama doesn't have they have an ice cream parlor, but I'm the only real jerk. I'm the real soda jerk around here, buddy. I'm the real soda jerk. The real soda jerk. Please stand up. Nothing of redeeming value here. Coffee place. I've never seen a person sitting in there. They have like a radio station. I think it's all Skynet now. There's no longer a person working there. It's been Skynet since, oh, there's a person. Skynet. Is it a homeless? I think it might be a homeless person. It's not the person working there. They're just sleeping under the awning. Jerk, you could go. Give him I'm not in a good people mood. Don't want to be good. I'm in a bad person mood. Bad person mood. You just woke that person up. It's 4:52. It's 4:52. Damn it. You've been walking for an hour and 30 minutes. Hour and 50 minutes. You still got, how much time do you have left? It's easier to walk this way, I think, than the other way, because UNA and that black neighborhood sort of mix me up a little bit. It takes so long to do the last part. The last part always takes a long time, so the last hour, 45 minutes it takes. This way, it's more exciting, I think. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? You were thinking of that movie, My Private Idaho? You were thinking about what was it? Was that the movie where there's the person who hires the hooker, and the hooker is like, the male hooker has to go around like dusting things, or is that from another movie? Dust this thing. Dusty. Was that from my? I don't think I think I've only seen My Private Idaho one time. So it's got Keanu Reeves in it. I guess he's Keanu Reeves. He's in Idaho. It's a private Idaho. It's not everybody's Idaho. It's a private Idaho. Idaho, that would be a boring place to be. Imagine being in Idaho. Potatoes. A lot of vodka is made out there. There's a lot of vodka distilleries probably. Push button to cross. Start crossing. Watch for vehicles. He's just gonna sing songs to themes and not pay royalties. I'm not gonna go see the mural either. I like to go look at that mural. I'm not in the mood. I'm in a fast walk mood. No Faustian. It's a Faust mural. It's about fruit. It's downtown. There's a Faust fruit mural. Faust? Gotha? Faust? It's either Gotha or Faust. I don't remember which one. The artist is named Faustina. Her name is Faustina. I think it's a female. I don't remember her first name, but her last name is Faustina. It's a cool name. That's a cool last name, right? Like, easy to remember. She made a deal with the devil to do a mural. But I'm not going to walk by that tonight. I'm going to walk by the coffee place. And I'm walking by a Gunrunner Spa Hotel and Bar. I'm walking by a Halo. It's a meeting place. You come on down to the Halo. They got tables and chairs and wine bottles, probably. What is a Halo? It's a salon, right? Or is it a spa? It's a spa. Come on down to the Halo. It could be a hair salon. Looks like hair salon seats. You want a massage? What is it? What are you? Doesn't matter. Not really. Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts? Some films, da-da-da-da. Something about something in a cage. Yeah. Do 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 do. You're just repeating jokes you did 4 days ago. You're just copying. You're not even copying other people. You're copying yourself. God damn it. I gotta pee, man. I gotta pee. I gotta pee. I gotta pee. I gotta pee. Ish. Really? How bad do you gotta pee? 4, 5. 4 or 5. It's taking up a portion of my consciousness is dedicated to the thought that I have to pee. You know, like a section, a cross section, a pie chart piece, a 10-20% of my conscious brain is like, you gotta pee. You gotta pee. It's not like 50%, it's not 80%. You know, like, what if you really had to pee and there was like a fire or a 747 was crashing towards you? I really gotta pee, like the most I've ever had to pee, but there's like a fire truck driving right at me. You know, would the fire truck would take precedence over would you just pee? You'd pee yourself like 100% then, right? Like, I gotta pee. Fire trucks. There's no fire trucks around here, right? It's an empty street. There's no one around. There's a car down there, but he turned left. There's literally no one in sight. Huh. And he publican indecencies himself and pees. Is there a place you could sneak in that back? There's an alley back there. You could sneak. There's no lights. I'm a good boy. I don't publicly pee. I only pee in private. Yeah. Undo your belt a little bit. It's biting India. You getting fat on me? Eating all them pizzas. You getting fat on me, buddy. You're referring to yourself in the third person. Don't do that. Don't talk to yourself in the third person. Not healthy. Not healthy, friendo. Friendo. So you think you can tell. P from Q, Q from R, R from S. Can you tell the difference between the letters? You know the difference between all the letters? I had an idea. I wanted to do a YouTube video where I rank the letters of the alphabet. I want to be, like, what are the S tier letters? Like S would be an S tier. A is an A tier letter. B is definitely a B tier letter. C tier letter. But you don't go lower than like D, right? It's D and F. After that, you have to put them in the other. There isn't an A to Z ranking, right? S is normally number 1, and then A. They kind of fucked that one over. It could have been a lot easier if S was like middle of whatever S is in the alphabet. I don't know its number. What number is S? Someone should do that. Someone should get a alphabet. A is 1, B is 2, S is a certain number. You're ranking your letters of the alphabet. But for some reason S tier is like the best. S is good. And A is really what B should be. And B is what C should be. C is what D should be. They kind of moved all the letters a little bit there. Live. It says live over there. Bright. It's like the round lights. So the live has... My vision's a little fucked up. I think it's 4 or 5 letters. The top of the E is 5 bulbs. So you can sort of do a rough estimate of how many bulbs they're white bulbs. It says live. How many is the I is 1, 2. My vision's fucked up. 1, 2. It might be 5. The I of the live is 5 white bulbs. 5 or 6. My vision's fucked up, so. It says live. Kind of like the old days when you didn't have moving screens. You had to do it with bulbs. 5 bulbs going up and down means I. The L is like probably 5 with like 4 going to the right at the bottom. You can imagine this, right? I'm not crazy. I got some. This isn't crazy talk, is it? This man sees the world alive. He sees white bulbs. White bulbs are telling him alive. He's cuckoo. He did too much acid. He did too much acid. You know, there's a trash can. I go in there, it says pee in it. You know, it's a trash. Is pee trash? Pee is trash. P is definitely a pretty low ranked letter. I don't like the letter P. Not my favorite letter. I like S's and T's. I'll say what letter I don't like. I don't like Y. Y is like, are you a vowel or a consonant Y? Sometimes Y. You want, dear Donald Trump, let's get this Y business sorted out. Are you a consonant or are you a vowel? Y. You need to put no more straddle on the fence there, Y. You better be a real consonant or a real vowel. You're either with us or against us, Y. None of this half consonant, half vowel shit. Wow, you are just an insane person, aren't you? God damn it. Hey Moon, I can see you pretty well now. You're not very hooky. You actually just look, it's rounded. Is it rounded or is it a straight line that makes the, am I imagining the roundedness of the shadow? Is the shadow rounded or is it a fuzzy, it's a fuzzy shadow, right? The shadow is not a clean line, it's a rounded line. Yeah, so the sun is facing, I have no clue what direction the sun is facing based on, I'm trying to imagine the sun shining on the moon and then my eye seeing the moon, the sunlight, but I can't actually think of that. I can't imagine the angles and the distances that well, so I don't really know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at something and it's pretty spectacular, but it's not within my ability to comprehend. They should, to quote that lesbian lady, they should have sent a poet. They should have sent a poet. You know how like this is dog shit? They should have sent a poet. They should have sent a poet. He's doing a contact joke with Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster gets sent into a wormhole and she wakes up in an alien land. She goes through wormholes and she's like, they should have sent a poet. They should have sent a poet. They should have sent a poet. I can't describe this shit. It's complicated. You know, I'm in awe. I'm in wonder. I can't explain it. What am I? I'm conjuring the spirit of Jodie Foster from that movie. You're just doing an impression. Don't say conjuring the yeah, whatever. Fuck you. They should have sent a poet. They should have sent a poet. They should have sent a poet. I sure as fuck ain't no poet. Something about a moon, some sunlight, some angles. Something about that shit. #1 record on Amazon, Apple. I've never used Apple, so I don't know. I don't even know if I give a shit about Apple. I torrent all my music. I use FLAC files. I torrent. I ain't no common man. I ain't gonna pay for music. Oh, cop Jeep, big Jeep, not a mini little RAV4, bigger, medium. It's not a Yukon. It's a it's smaller than a Yukon, bigger than a RAV. It's not their mass produce them. They mass produce them now, right? It's an older version. Florence, when are you going EV? When are you gonna buy some Teslas? I want to see some Tesla. Does Tesla make a Jeep? They make trucks, and they're bulletproof. What unit of measurement is there? Does he make a Jeep? Does he make a RAV4, an SUV? I've noticed that there's all these RAV4s, and they're different companies. Like there's a Mitsubishi one, and there's a BMW one, and they all look the same. My theory is that Todd Howard invented this world, and he's a lazy little fuck. Todd Howard is a lazy person, and all these cars were designed by Todd Howard, and then he just changed the name on them. He didn't even change the shape of them. They're all shaped the same, and but they have different brand markings on them. Like the BMW looks like the Nissan looks like the Toyota looks like the Mitsubishi. Because Todd Howard is a lazy. It just works, but it does work. This world works, right? So it does work. So that's my one Todd Howard joke of the night. He's made like billions of dollars in video games, and you're a nobody, and you're making fun of him. Whatever. That's the price of celebrity. I think that's what's going to happen now. I think celebrities got tired of being, when I was a kid, it was like you wanted to be a celebrity, and now nobody wants to be a celebrity. So I think Donald Trump's going to make it fun to be a celebrity. So like when I make fun of Todd Howard's going to send some thugs and beat me up. Because you shouldn't be able to talk shit about people. I think free speech went a little too far. I think we made some mistakes, and I think Todd Howard has a right to punch me in the gut a couple times for making a stupid joke about how all cars look the same. And I blame Todd Howard, the creator of Skyrim and Fallout, for copying and pasting assets. He just takes assets, he copies and pastes them. He's a lazy developer. But you're saying God is a lazy developer. You think God copies and pastes. You're comparing God to Todd Howard. You're not talking about Todd Howard. You're talking about Todd Howard as creator. Todd Howard, the creator. He created the gangs and created New Vegas. No, he didn't do New Vegas. That was another company. Bethesda, created by the Bethesda, I don't know, some company. The Wayland Corporation created this world. And we're all part of Westworld, probably. We're all part of, what company was that? What company created Westworld? It was a company. It was the company of Hannibal Lecter company created Westworld. Hannibal Lecter would have like a lot of fun in that world, and he was played by Anthony Hopkins, right? So that was a fun idea. I feel like the Indian there's an Indian episode of Westworld. I feel like the Indian I was supposed to be reprogrammed at some point. I never got reprogrammed. I'm still walking around doing my script. My script is, it's a stupid script, but I still haven't been reprogrammed by Hannibal Lecter or Todd Howard. I need to get reprogrammed. These Gen 1 robots, these Gen 1 NPCs. I think about this. I really do think about this all the time. I think about NPCs all the time because the right has said that the left is full of NPCs. And, NPC is a very derogatory term in the sense that you're not a human anymore. You become a puppet. You no longer have any vision. You have no thoughts of your own. Your thoughts are given to you by Tavis Smiley or, I don't know, whoever gives you your thoughts. Tavis Smiley gives me all my thoughts. This is Tavis Smiley was a left-wing, he was an NPR left-wing black guy? That's a very weird. Bill O'Reilly gives me my thoughts. Tucker Carlson. Rachel Maddow. Jon Stewart. That Russian Ukrainian guy with the podcast. what's his name? I'm an NPC, basically. I'm not a left-wing or a right-wing NPC, but I am an NPC. I don't have any of my own thoughts. It scares me, you know. Link walks up to me and he asks me for like a pot, and I sell him a pot. It's like a glass jar. He wants to buy arrows and bombs. I sell bombs and arrows to Link. And then I sell, what else do I do? I'm always selling potions, and I'm always selling, you know, I'm an NPC, and I say the same things over and over. None of the things I say are new or original. You know, you walk up to me and you're like, hey, how's the weather? And I'm like, how's the weather? You know, because I'm an NPC. Nothing I'm saying is new or original. Kind of feel bad about it, you know, like, I wanted to be a real person. I wanted to be a real boy, but I'm Pinocchio. I'm made out of wood. Rachel Maddow and Bill O'Reilly and Tucker Carlson. All the words that come out of my mouth are being paid for by George Soros. No, God damn it. I feel sad when I think about it. So you think you can tell the difference between an NPC and a real person? I can't tell the difference. You all seem like NPCs to me. You know, and I feel like I'm an NPC though, so I can't tell you. I'm not here to tell you who the dogs will bark at the NPCs. And they don't bark at real people. But then Skynet kind of got in there and they made the dog robot. And the dog robot barks at humans just to fuck. You know, Skynet's genius, man. They got robot dogs that bark at humans just to make us all paranoid. What is it? It's comfortably numb or paranoid? That's a Pink Floyd song from The Departed, right? Comfortably numb. I should learn that song so I could walk around singing Comfortably Numb. He was under a lot of stress. He was a cop pretending to be a mobster. And he had to hang out with Whitey Bulger. Whitey Bulger is a scary motherfucker. You do not want to be enemies with Whitey Bulger. And he has does he hook up with that Vera lady? He hooks up with, yeah, you were talking about her one night. I'm in love with, her name is Vera something, right? Yeah. Give me some of that, Vera. Give me some Prozac, Vera. I wonder, you know, because the comedy of this is, you know, if you're going to be, because I can be sort of monotone sometimes, and I got to be more expressive. Because if you come off very monotone, people will start thinking you're crazy. You got to have some expression. You got to have some smile in there. You know, like it's a joke, right? I'm not coming off as monotone, right? I'm not coming off as, you got to smile when you do your jokes. So, you know, smile like a human. Okay. I'm not crazy. I'm not an NPC. Smile. Yeah, it's even worse. I feel like the Terminator when he tries to smile in Terminator 2. I'm trying to fool you people into thinking I'm not a T-800, but I am a T-800. It sucks. I'm a Skynet operative sent back. 45 degrees, 516. 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 45 degrees, 517. I can keep walking. So, you know, would a Skynet NPC operative do a joke about time passing, and he stands there and watches the sign. Would an NPC do that? I don't think so. I'm no NPC. I'm a real boy. I got Jiminy Cricket. I got a fairy to wish. I wished upon a star. I need to go watch Pinocchio. I have not watched Pinocchio. When I was a kid, I was in a tub. I was taking a bath. I was playing with a boat, and I chipped the bathtub. And my dad came in, and he saw the chip. It was like a chip, maybe a half an inch little chip. I guess I hit the toy against the bathtub, and I broke the tub. And I guess he must have screamed at me or something. Got angry because it costs money to fix a tub, right? It was a fiberglass shower tub. It's a shower and a tub. And I went to bed. I think I got sent to my room or something. And then I remember, like he asked me, did I do it? And I probably said no. And then I think he took me to go see Pinocchio like an hour or two later or something. I don't know. Like, Pinocchio must have been in theaters, or I'm hallucinating that. That's one of those memories. Wow, the lights at the parking lot, the 4-lane shopping center, sometimes they keep their lights on at night and sometimes they don't. And I was asking myself, because one time I've walked by here and they've had their lights off. Tonight, the pawn shop has its lights on and nobody else has their lights on. And the Hats Off has their lights on. The pawn shop, there's like 3 places that have their lights on, but the lights for the parking lot are closed. None of the outside lights are on. And I was wondering if I was going crazy, because I could have swore they always had their lights on. Sometimes they have their lights on. They'll have the parking lights on. Like if I went over there right now, it would be like pitch dark in the parking lot. But some nights I think they have it on. There's a secret code being sent through the 4-lane shopping center, lights being on or off. He's joking. It's not. He doesn't literally believe that. He just thinks it's a funny observation because he didn't trust himself. He was like, because I know for a fact they've had their lights on before. Now they have them off. So that means something. Oh, what were you saying? Pinocchio. So you went and saw Pinocchio in theaters? Is that even possible? Is it possible that you saw Pinocchio in theaters? You would have been elementary school, probably kindergarten, first grade, second grade, somewhere in there. Is that even possible? Like if you're a movie person, you take my age, and then you figure out, I was born in '86. Did Florence, Alabama have Pinocchio playing in Florence, Alabama? Before the age of, let's say 7 plus 86 would be 93. Let's say 94. Did they play Pinocchio at any point? So don't lie, kids, or your nose will grow. I lied. I said there was a chip in the bathtub. I said no, it wasn't me. It was me. I chipped the bathtub while playing with a boat, I think. That's one of those memories they give you. The Wayloon Foundation gives you memories. That's not a real memory. It's a memory they gave me. It's a unicorn memory. So that's a unicorn memory I have. So Pinocchio, there's a Jiminy Cricket. There's the angel and the demon on your shoulder. You have an angel and a demon. And Jiminy Cricket, I see, like right now I see Jiminy Cricket and I see, wow, what if a person literally walked around saying like, that would be crazy. Jiminy Cricket, I'm talking to Jiminy Cricket right now. I'm talking to an angel, there's a demon. I literally look at my shoulders, there's an angel and a demon. Do this. Hey there, Pinocchio, you'll turn into a donkey. If you drink and smoke, I only know this is a Jordan Peterson, but he was doing an assessment of the Pinocchio fable. It's a fable, a wives' tale, a not a wives' tale. It's a story. You know, they'll get you addicted to alcohol and tobacco and billiards. If they get you addicted to billiards, oh, you're in trouble. There's trouble in River City if you get addicted to billiards. But you know, they turn you into a donkey, and then they make you work a mine. They give you free alcohol and free Coca-Cola. They give you free root beer and ice cream. But at the end of the day, they turn you into a donkey. You end up in the Island of Lost Boys. What is it? That's Peter Pan, right? That's not. I don't remember any of this from the movie. I remember going to see the movie. I remember the other part is the Jordan Peterson. So I'm gonna have to go rewatch Pinocchio, because I haven't seen it since I was elementary school. So that would be 95 or below, probably. The year 1995. I'm guessing it happened in like 92, 93. If it did happen, or it's a fake memory and it didn't happen at all. It could be that. Could be a fake memory. It did not happen. I like to play that Blade Runner theme, the one where he's like all contemplative. Like, my thoughts aren't real. It was just a Pegasus. It's an origami Pegasus origami. I'm so fucked. They ask you to your heroes for ghosts. Are you argue with people in your head? You don't have the balls to actually do some of the things that are in my head. I can't always do out loud. I'm still, even this is really just a fake. You think he's calm and he's collected. He's got demons in his head still. He's still arguing with demons. I still got Jiminy Cricket and an angel and a demon on my shoulder. I'm still arguing with them. Even in this 4-hour walk, I'm still arguing with demons and Jiminy Cricket and angels. And yep. Not good. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts? Yeah. I need to get drunk. I need to smoke 2 joints. Yeah, you can sing. Hey, you didn't cry while singing the song, at least. That's good. You didn't cry. I can sing that song now without crying. Yeah. called progress. I'm a modernist. I believe in progress. I'm not a postmodernist. I sang that song without crying. Good job, buddy. I'm a modernist. Not a post. Beer cave. I want to go to the beer cave and give me some fucking beer and get drunk, man. No drinky. You're gonna want to drink now. Nah, I'm just fucking no drinking. It just makes it worse. Yeah, I can't do this world sober. Why would I do it drunk? It's hard enough to do this stupid shit sober. How am I supposed to do it fucking drunk? I need a new alcohol. I don't drink anymore. I just I stick vodka up my asshole. But I don't drink. I use a tampon. I dip the tampon in vodka and I stick it on my ass. But I don't drink anymore. Good news. The premise of that joke is that if you do that, you can technically, it'll go into your blood, I think. I've never done it. That's when you know you're a real alcoholic. When you're sticking tampons up your ass, soaked in vodka, you might have a problem. The other day I was really stressed out. I went and got a tampon with some vodka, shoved it up my ass. Oh man, it was so good. It was like the best feeling ever. I got a warm fuzzy out of it. But I don't drink alcohol anymore. I just shove tampons up my ass. So good news. Good for me. I wonder how bad that is for you. I wonder how bad that is. Probably pretty bad. Once you start tamponing alcohol up your ass, you've only got like 6 months to live. He was going to the bathroom like every 30 minutes and changing his tampon. Yeah, that's a good one. Very like it's almost like a train spotting thing. Like you're doing heroin, but I'm doing tampon vodka. Here comes Johnny in again with the liquor and drugs. Who's gonna do another striptease? He's gonna do a striptease? Lust for life. Lust for life. I've got a lust for life. Walking around. How much time you got? It's 2:30. 3:30. You'll be done at 3:30. So it'll be like, it's late. You started at 3. It's best to start walking at 1. That way if you do a 4-hour walk, you get done at 5. Nobody's around. A Prime truck. It's a blue truck. It's Prime. They have Amazon shit on board. Probably. Here comes Johnny in again with liquor and drugs. Tax form. Yeah. Imagine waking up one day and you're president and you're like, I don't like this. And then you're JFK, so you're blown away. JFK blew himself away. What else do I have to say, you know? We didn't start the fire. It's been going since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire. There's something silly about Little Willie. What is it? It's not the lyrics. Little Willie, is that a Bill Clinton joke? I feed off of other people's negative energies. I need negative energies. Does anyone got some negative energies they can give me? Because if you have negative energies, I feel good. It's a very bad person to be. Don't be a bad person. Be a jolly giant. Don't be a negative Ned, positive Pete, absolute Abby, a beautiful Bob, a Charlie Chase, a Deuteronomy Rufus, Dolly dead, D.E. Effective Edward, D.E.F. Fanciful Fred, G. Grandiose Greg, H. Hillbilly what's an H name? Henry. H.I. Indigenous Indian. Indigenous. What's an I name? A name that starts with an I. Indigo. Indiet. I name. What's an I name? There aren't very many I names, are there? Indigo? Is Indigo? It's a very hippie name to give your kid. My kid's name is Indigo. You named your kid after a color? Yeah. H-I-J. Jolly. Joseph. Jolly. George. Jolly. H-I-J-K. Calamous? How many K words do you know? Kilo. Kilogram. Credulous. Starts with a C. K. How many K words do I know? Shit. Kremlin. Courageous starts with a C. K. Codeine. K. A C. That joke did not pan out very well, doing the names with letters. That was a failed joke. So how are you going to get back? Are you going to go the Big Lots way? The route of the Big Lots. The route. It's getting hot and you got to pee. Man, you're gonna turn left at where Big Lots used to be. Crystal still has to cry. Crystal still makes me want to cry because they have KRY. They do not fix their crystals. Crystals has said, we have changed our name to Cry. Don't cry for me, Crystals. It's Argentina. Don't cry for me, Argentina, not Crystals. Madonna, she was from Argentina. Don't cry for me. Madonna. Was she married to a dictator in that movie? What is the point of that movie? Did she have a cone bra? Did she have a cone bra? Anytime someone has a cone bra, very dangerous. Avita? Yep. You ain't good. You ain't doing well, man. You ain't doing that well here. How you were positive like 5 minutes ago. Now you're negative again. Really? Stay a positive, Pete. Don't be a negative Ned. Don't be a needy Ned. You're being a needy Ned. I'm a needy Ned. I'm very, very needy. Needy Nelly. Needy Neutro Bar. Neutrogenic. Okay. You're hot, you gotta pee. You're a whiny bitch. Whiny Willie. Huh. Focus on the positive. As AJ Soprano said on the final episode of The Sopranos, focus on the positive. Who wants to get some onion rings for the table? Let's get onion rings. Don't stop believing. I really like onion rings. Don't stop believing. Okay. Gonna cut over here then. Man, you really do have to. If you were a professional, you wouldn't whine about how you have to pee. But I'm not a professional. I'm an amateur. Did you know 99% of actors, actresses, producers, Burger King employees, McDonald's employees, Crystal's employees have to pee right now? And they don't whine about it. But you whine about it. You whine about how you have to pee. You whine. You whiny little bitch. You whiny little bitch. Is that a TV? You got a big TV in there? We got 45 minutes left. What time is it? 2:35. Okay. There's no place to pee. 45 minutes? An hour? Patty melt. Man, I wish I had a patty melt. Wish I could pee and I'd eat some chili cheese fries. I'd like some chili cheese fries. That'd be pretty good. With a Coke. Pee, drink a Coke, chili cheese fries. That would be kind of cool. But, you know, that's... If I was president, every American would get... I'd mail them. They'd get chili cheese fries and a Coke. It'd be a warm Coke. Cold chili cheese fries. It would be delivered very poorly. If I was, and it would cost like $10. I'd be like $20. You get shitty fries. There'd be like ants in it. There'd be like cockroaches. You'd overpay for it. The Coke would be flat. Yeah. God, I really want some chili cheese fries. Man, that's a good idea. Note to self: eat some chili cheese fries. Pretty good. I wish I had like magical editing capabilities. I'd like snap my fingers and I'd be eating some chili cheese fries now. That'd be kind of cool. I need to learn magical editing tricks. How do you do magical editing? What is the point of this? Yeah, I guess it is. The point of this was really... There was no point to this. It's just a crazy person walking around. Really, it really was. I was hoping I could salvage something out of this. There's nothing to salvage. This is a burning wreck. Nothing of value. Shit. Take it apart, break it into pieces, salvage it, and not salvage it. It's what's it called when they buy the stuff and then they break it into pieces and sell it for parts? Salvage? It's not salvage, is it? Yeah, that's what you are. Less than the sum of my pieces. My pieces are worth more than me, which sucks because, that's not a good thing. You want to be more than the sum of your pieces, not less. He walks around, they see his... I'm wearing golden shoes. I think people are like, I got golden boots on. Do I have golden boots? Do I have a Rolex on my arm? He's worth more dead than alive. He's worth more. If you take him and you turn him into mulch. I'm worth more as mulch than I am as a person. Which is kind of shitty. I don't like that. I'd have rather been valuable as... Humans ain't valuable anymore. They just ain't as valuable as they used to be. Do 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 do. So you think you can tell the difference between a Borg and an NPC? You think you can tell the difference between Star Trek and Star Wars? Can you tell the difference between So you think you can tell? You think you can tell? Sectionals, recliners, mattresses, sofas, sectionals, recliners, mattresses, sofas, sectionals, recliners, mattresses. So you think you can tell an NPC from a person, a Borg from a Starfleet person? Can you tell the difference between a Star Destroyer and the Enterprise? Can you tell the difference between... Nope. Not gonna work. Okay. Yeah, shit. He's hot and he's gotta pee. Shooters, you could do shooter jokes. I have not done a shooter joke in a long time. I'm very proud of myself. It's my low-hanging fruit joke. It's a joke about making fun of poor people for buying shooters. So, yeah. Just two shooters. You buy shooters at a liquor store. You buy shooters at the liquor store. Later on tonight, you will see in an hour, there'll be a cut joke toward me. I'm just drinking like 20 shooters. Just drink them to drink them. I'm not going to walk by. There's a car dealership down there. They play music. And all my YouTube videos are being demonetized because I walk by there and they play music. Also, my content is dog shit. But, there's I think they're demonetized. I think I'm shadow banned because I walk by this car dealership and they play music. And then YouTube hears the music and they think I'm parroting. What was the song? They had, I was at Walmart and they were playing You Can Dance If You Wanna. And then, it wasn't that. It was it Dust in the Wind? Was it one night? I think it was Dust in the Wind. It might have been that, and then they played music. It's famous music, and YouTube is shadow banning me because my content sucks, and yeah, it sucks. It's pretty bad content, but I'm gonna blame it on that car dealership down there. You can kind of hear it. I don't blame them. I know my content's shit. I'm glad it's shit. If it wasn't shit, who would I be? Prada. Diff. Verilux. Performance meets style. Prada. The devil wears Prada. Does the devil wear Prada? Maybe. She looks like a scientist. She's got a white... So is she a secretary? Is she a scientist? What is she? She's wearing black rimmed glasses. Are you a scientist who wants to look stylish? Here, buy some Prada black rimmed glasses. She's a model probably. She's playing a scientist or a secretary. Maybe she's a secretary. It's a white blouse. It's just a white shirt. He's assuming it's a lab coat because the glasses are so dorky looking. Like, no, if you're a secretary, you want to look hot. You don't want to look dorky. She's trying to look dorky and goes, but they're Prada. Prada's supposed to be like an expensive brand. So I don't know. Maybe I just have no reality testing here. I can't tell. The devil wears Prada. Never seen it. It's got Anne Hathaway in it. You should watch it just to... Nope, I'm not gonna watch it. What are you gonna watch? You're gonna watch Pinocchio? Are you gonna watch Pinocchio? Probably not. Maybe. Donkeys. You get turned into a donkey if you smoke or you drink. Jordan Peterson taught me that. And don't lie, your nose grows. The Blue Fairy, that's AI. That's a Steven Spielberg Kubrick movie about robots. It's a fire hydrant that got knocked over. I'm guessing it's a fire hydrant that got knocked over. There's water coming out of it. I would guess if I was going to guess a volume per unit time, I don't know, that could be like a gallon a minute, a gallon at 2 minutes. It's probably 3-4 gallons a minute. It's a lot of water. 2-3 gallons a minute. 4 gallons a minute. I don't know how many. Your sink. What does your sink do? 2 gallons a minute. This is probably like 6 or 8 gallons a minute. I'm guessing. I don't know. It was a 3-4 inch water thing. It was going like 3-4 inches into the air. It was kind of blobby. Wasn't misty. Based on my description, are there any waterologists who could guess how much water that is? Man, that is a lot. They've got 3 Kaleidoscope Florist and Designs has 3 trucks. They've got a number on the back. It says 8. So that mean they have 8 of them? They have 8 trucks? Because one says 8, one says 6. There's only 3 in the front. They deliver a lot of flowers. They have a lot of... Their other trucks are missing. If they're supposed to have 8 trucks, based on the numbers on the back, they're missing 5 of their trucks. But maybe when they sell the truck, they kept the number. You know, it's 8, but we don't have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe they have those hidden away. Kaleidoscope Flower Company has secret flower trucks. Top secret flower trucks for the hidden trucks for delivering hidden. It's actually a hitman organization. They kill people. They're part of Skynet. Kaleidoscope is part of Skynet. Everything's Skynet, man. You are a nut job. You really like that joke, don't you? You really like to blame it all on Skynet. I ordered some flowers. A guy pulled up. He pulled out a pistol. It had a laser pointer on it. He shot me with... I thought I was getting flowers, and Skynet killed me. My name was something. I was watching an iceberg video on Terminator. Did you know that Terminator is in the WWE video game? So he's in that universe. It's all one big multiverse, and he drives to the ring like the Undertaker. He has a motorcycle. And then in another one, he comes to the ring. He gets teleported in that time bubble thing. That's what a YouTube video told me. I've not played the game. I haven't played a wrestling game since middle school. Probably WCW versus the World or World Tour. It was either World Tour or WCW. It had Hulk Hogan and Sting. Oh well. What other video game? All these video games were getting like these skins. You would pay $20 for a skin of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh my fucking god. When I was a kid, you'd spend $40, $50 on a video game when it came out. You know, Red Alert 2 cost 40 or 50 bucks to buy. And they were making 20 bucks off of like 10 hours of skin work. I'm assuming it takes like 10 hours to make a skin. I don't know, that's a good question. How much time does it take to make a skin? They had these things called mods, and mods were free. And skins, they're charging 20 bucks to have Terminator drive to the ring on a motorcycle. Video games, man, it's all changing so fast. When I was a kid, things were simple, and now they're complicated. Things were simple, but they weren't actually simple. I thought they were simple, but they're not. Pinocchio, everything was simple. You just don't lie, and you can chop your nose off and make firewood. That was my plan. I was just gonna lie a bunch, and then keep chopping my nose off and make a bunch of firewood. Yeah. That did not work. You try to make firewood out of your nose. It does not work. I burned my nose. I burned my nose making firewood. Huh. Now hiring machinist. They're hiring it now. Now they're hiring him. That has been here for 4 or 5 months. They've been hiring that machinist for a while. That's a trap. I think it's like a trap. You go there, you're a machinist, you get stuck in slavery. They sell you to Saudi Arabia or something, probably. It's a trap. I don't believe it. I think it's a trap. Why are you always hiring machinists for 6 months? This world is scary. They're stealing. They're kidnapping all the machinists. With Christian Bale. Christian Bale is a machinist. He does machine stuff. Michelangelo. Donatello does machines. Donatello, he got kidnapped a long time ago. He got sent to room 10 something. Every human being I've ever met has been sent to room something, and I'm the only one who hasn't met. I need to go to that room something. Michelangelo is a party dude. Huh, why is he a party dude? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're turtles, they're mutants, they're ninjas. Robots. Teenage Mutant Robot Ninja Skynet Turtles. You're just gonna throw adjectives and adverbs on there? Yep. D minus. I give this walk an F plus. D minus. It passes, but you passed, but holy shit, you should not have passed. It's D minus, man. D minus. I like the part, the monotone part. You gotta do more emotions. You gotta emote. If you could emote more, I think you could do better. Emote. Okay. Teenage Mutant. Do you know what is going on down there? If you knew what was going on down there, would you be like, would you take responsibility for what's going on down there? So, he's trying to verbiage some stuff. He's letting stuff fester in his brain. So he's gonna try and skirt around some edges without expressing any information. So if you knew what was going on back there, you wouldn't say you're responsible. I know how responsibility works. People are responsible when it's good, and they're not responsible when it's bad. That's how responsibility works. And if you know what's going on back there, you ain't responsible. So you ain't gonna take responsibility for what's going on back there, friendo. So you're the problem. So which means I'm a usurper. I want to usurp the power. I'm a usurper. I like to slurp power. I like to slurp at power. You know, a little bit of Gatorade, a little bit of Powerade, power thirst. I'm a usurper of power. You know, I'm not here to. Yeah, you can't. It's hard to skirt around this. You really were bothered. You're bothered. It's still sticking in your head, right? It's still. You're still letting your brain fester on shit. So here it is. It's so you have the concept of ideas. Is an idea your property? Properties are, I can't go up to Amazon or AMD or Intel and ask them for their schematics. That's their property. They have every right to have property. Property is important to capitalism. Without property, the whole thing falls apart. I care about me, you care about you. We all care about our property. I don't give a shit about your property. I care about my property. It's a self-interested system. It's a system designed around everybody gives a shit about themselves, and the rising boat raises the water. The raising boat raises the chain. The chain raises the boat raises the chain. Chains and boats. Boats and chains. Water. Chains, boats, water. And so the system is then that if you've ever been around someone, sometimes people will try and create systems where you look out for them. But your job is not to look out for other people. You're supposed to look out for yourself. That's how capitalism is supposed to work. Everybody looks out for themselves. And the second someone starts trying to get you to look out for them, you call them a communist. You call them a socialist, a communist. It's not your job to look out for your boss. There's no team in America. There's no team in any of this. It's 8 billion individuals. I'm being Ayn Randish here. I'm being the selfish individual. I'm saying there are no teams. There's no teams. We're all. Not that I'm not going to read Ayn Rand. I've watched her interview with Mike Wallace. I listened to that guy who has a podcast. Ayn Rand fucked she was like 40. She fucked a guy who was like 25 years younger than her. Think about that. She was like fucking this guy in her collective. She was like 40 something. He was like 21. Poor fella. Poor Ayn Rand. She had to fuck her own cult. She had a cult and she had to fuck her own cult members. Oh, man. That's why I don't want to have a cult. If I ever had a cult, I'd fuck my members probably, so. I'm trying to start a cult. Any ladies want to join my cult? I'm looking for 20-year-old ladies that'll join my cult. I mean, I'm getting old. I'll be Ayn Rand I'll be doing Ayn Rand shit. Nice. Smart. It's not smart. That's bad. Don't do that. Oh, well, it's self-interest. It's, and then you have people choosing. It's like, yeah, sometimes we play self-interest and sometimes we play, because you can jump. You can play the team game or you can play the self-interest game. And then people sort of jump. They aren't consistent. If people were consistent, it would be okay. But no. Sometimes it's a team game. Sometimes it's an individual game. That's how you know you're in a heap of shit when the people are jumping, when they're changing the rules, you know you're fucked. I'm constantly fucked. The rules are changing. I'm behind the curve. Is this a team game or is this an individual game? I can't remember. We're individuals, we're a team. We're individuals, we're a team. Two-faced, are you a two-faced? So I'm always nervous when I call someone a two-faced sociopath because I myself am a two-faced sociopath, so I gotta be careful calling people shit, you know, because I don't want to be a kettle calling pot black, you know. You gotta be careful, you know, once you start throwing mud and stones. People in glass houses should have a lot of Windex, and you want to have like a barrier to protect against stones. So, you know, I need to get a stone barrier for my glass house. How do you get a glass house protector? You know, if you have a glass house protector, you might as well just not have a glass house, right? People in glass houses should invest in normal houses. You know, it's not a good idea to have a glass house. I recommend bricks. I recommend aluminum siding. I recommend, I don't know, stone and masonry. I recommend a log cabin is probably better than a glass house. You know, once you're living in a glass house, you're kind of fucked. You know, you're in some trouble. People in glass houses should put some logs on the outside of their house or some aluminum siding. So you think you can tell hell from purgatory? Okay. From a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil. Do you think you can tell? What is that? Yeah, you fucking phony piece of shit. He's a phony piece of shit. He's a phony piece of shit. A pimp. I like it. It's a pimp. I'm a pimp. I want to be a pimp when I grow up. I think I could be a good pimp. You gotta be a good pimp. And pimping is about, I don't know, what is pimping about? It's not easy pimping. It's hard to pimp. Pimping ain't easy. Pimping is easy. It's hard. It's easy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, get on the piss lane. Get on the sidewalk. He's thinking about pissing. He needs to piss. Needs to piss. 30 minutes? How much time you got left? How much time do you have left? You got 3:05. What do you think? You have 20 minutes left? 3:05. You did this math earlier, and you don't remember the math. Two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl. Do 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 do. Okay. 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 Oh, how I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year. Do 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 do. Still look into that one. Do 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 do. Really, you did that song like 4 days ago. Still doing. Two joints was better. Two joints was more fun. You were having more fun when you were doing two joints. Now you're just doing repeat songs, repeat thoughts. 3 hours and 30 minutes, not even 4 hours. 2 amps. The gas lights or the electric? You gas lights? I can't even tell. Are you a gaslight? You are a gaslight, right? That is a real gaslight. There's some fire in there. Two joints in the morning. I smoke 2 joints at night. I smoke 2 joints in the afternoon. It makes everything alright. Smoke 2 joints before I smoke 2 joints. And then I smoke 2 more. I smoke 2 joints. He protects them. He coddles them. He's a protector. He's a coddler. 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 He's the coddler. He's the coddler. The coddler. That'd be a good criminal name. The coddler. The coddler. See, here's the thing. There's coddling, and then there's what's the difference between coddling and in Christianity, there's this idea of protect the weak. What's the difference between coddling and protecting the weak? So they must have like fixed this because they cut a bunch of branches. You normally can't walk this, right? Oh, and then here's a big gully. If you walk in that gully, you die. So here's where the gully of death is. I gotta go over this. Whatever. Douchebag sits in his office, and he's selling this story of like because capitalism is supposed to be depersonalized. It's supposed to be objective-ish and non-personal. It's supposed to be non-friend based. It's you have a product. The product is independent of the people, which is I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. You don't want to buy, you wouldn't buy it, even if a product was equal to another product, you might not buy it because it's Chinese, right? That's not true. You want to buy a product by someone just like you. You want to see yourself reflected positively in the product you buy. So you have to learn to fake, you wouldn't, I have a McDonald's, I want to make a new Walmart, but we use child labor. That's how we are. I'm exactly like Walmart, but with child labor. People might not shop there, just because my entire business, I save 10% by using child labor. I guess I don't know, some sort of magical MacGuffin solution. I hire only Mexicans. It's a Mexican Walmart. It's Walmart, but Mexican. It's African American Walmart. It's I don't know. It's a good question. What would it be? So people really aren't as capitalistic as they think they are. Because there's more to it than just the capitalism. It's I want my blood diamonds to be de-bloodified. That's a lefty version. What would the righty version of blood diamonds be? These diamonds were extracted they were converted to Christianity, and they realized that they would go find diamonds for other people, and they help Western marriages. There's a story. It's the same people, the same blood diamond people, but in this story they choose to they're still threatened to lose their arm and stuff, but they choose to mine diamonds because they believe in Western society and they want to help Western marriages. They're called Christian love diamonds. It's not a bad idea. See, the problem with ideas is they fall apart. They're funny, and they're like, I would never do that seriously. But then it's like, isn't that all ideas? Every idea in this world is pretty much a stupid idea. And people get attached to their stupid idea. I'm still attached to some stupid ideas, I guess. I got some stupid ideas in my head I can't get rid of. When do I give up my ideas? I need to abandon them. Leave them to the elements. Leave your ideas to the elements. That's called an abortion. In the old days, they called an abortion to leave it to the elements. They've always had I guess that's conservatives. They just rename stuff, I guess. I left it to the elements. Huh. That's an interesting term. Leave it to the elements. The elemental forces: fire, water, wind, earth, Gaia. These forces combined form Captain Planet. You as fruity as a fruity punch. Fruity punch. Fruity juice. So Follow the leader. Follow. Is it the what's the flute rat guy? What's that story? What's that? Pied Piper. Follow the Pied Piper. Follow the Pied Piper. Follow the Pied Piper. Follow the Pied Piper. I will grab it. Spite your nose to cut your nose to spite your face. Yeah, you always carry around a razor. I always carry around a razor just so I can cut my nose off if I have to. It's important to be able to cut your nose off to spite your face. Carrier. I don't have a razor on me. I don't have. That's a dangerous thing to say. People are like, he carries it. No, I don't have a razor. Cut your nose to spite your face. I am chasing omnipotence and omniscience. If only I could. I need to figure out a way to become omniscient and omnipotent. Dear God, how do I become omniscient and omnipotent? And also, I want to be humble while doing those two things. How can I be humble while chasing omniscience and omnipotence? Give me the power to be omniscient and omnipotent and humble at the same time. I don't think you can do all three. I think you can do two of the three. You can do one of the three. You can do zero of the three. It is either testable or not testable. I don't know. That's a good question. That's the Cain Abel story, right? Because it's how do you know what's a fatty leg versus like a half-assed fruit basket? I got you a half-assed fruit basket, God. Ugh, I wanted the fatty lamb. I wanted the fatty lamb. Your fruit basket is not enough, Mr. Cain. Mr. Cain, I do not like your fruit basket. Although, to be fair, this is a fruit basket. This is a fruit basket. Tonight's offering was a fruit basket. I apologize. It was not a very good offering. It was a fruit basket. Fruit basket. That's where the term fruit basket, fruity, comes from Cain. Cain gave fruit. He was a fruit. He was a fruit. He was not a meat and potatoes guy. Meat and potatoes is better than fruit. I like meat and potatoes. I don't like fruit. Tree. There's a tree. Some trees. There's some nice looking trees. Nice looking. Yeah, fruit. Offer your fruit basket, boy. Fruit basket, man. Here to give you some fruit. Fruit. I got fruit. I got fruit. Fruity. That's where the term fruity comes from. Okay, that's tonight's offering. Wow, you are still fat. You've been eating too many pizzas. Too many pizzas, man. Too many pizzas. Fat face. Fruity offering. You look into the camera, right? When you look into the camera, 3:30. Did you say 3:45? So it's like 3 minutes left. 2 minutes left.